Look at now. Damn, I probably had some clips too. Or I could probably just take it from the live. I can't read the comments though. I know there's not anyone crazy in here, but just want to see how it goes. Let's see how it's cooking. See what I got to upgrade and shit. Maybe I go. I don't know. I got 2 monitors right here on the side. I ordered a little stand. I think the second monitor might be pointless, but I can pull shit up while we're on the stream and have you guys look at it at the same time. But the thing is, like with the comments and everything, I'll get out of flow state, and it's hard for me to get in flow state. But if I can get in flow state, we good. Anyways, though, I know people are here for the Hunter Biden shit. Like I said, I got a lot of it, but I couldn't get everything. Like I guarantee there's some crazy ass shit. There's a couple people I want to hit up that like basically know how to move and how to make everything private and they can't be tracked back. I'm gonna hit them up and be like, hey, because I do have the link to the entire iCloud. I'm just like, I've been reading about it. I'm just like, I just don't think I should click on this because I don't really got no. I know VPNs and everything they say get VPNs if you want to do this, but that's not. Almost all the VPNs they're backdoorable, so there's a couple out there that are tougher, but it's just like at the end of the day, if they want you, if they find you, if they want you, they're gonna come get you. If they want info on you, and I guess there was before we get into it, because I'm not going to talk about this either. That I guess Joe Biden, or not Joe Biden, but his son Hunter Biden he had a very crazy search on a particular porn website, and there was some younger humans that were in his iCloud. So like they're saying, if you go click on the link, you could get arrested for being in possession of PDF material. So it's just like, I'm not the guy for that, but like I got screenshots though. I got screenshots of most of the shit, and there is some crazy. I do have a crazy connection that a lot of people haven't talked about yet. Also, which is gonna be like, yo, this shit is sick. But I talk about both sides. I'm not, like I said, I know I'm going into some left wing shit. You know, Pizzagate's left wing. Most of the Democrats were involved on Pizzagate. Epstein was everybody, both wings of the eagle. You got the right and you got the left side. Trump was involved. Anything. I'm not a Democrat or a Republican. I do not vote. And I know you guys heard me talk about that honeypot earlier. Like, that's how it's going to go. They're going to see what you're registered to and that person in power. I don't even play like that. I don't vote. That shit is troll. That's a waste of my time. And my parents are like, my girl would be like, yo, you need to vote. Like, you're like, you need to contribute to society. And I just look at them like, first of all, my one vote is not doing anything. Nothing. Not one vote. That's not. I'm not. One vote does not matter. Well, she's like, well, what if everyone says that? Okay, but everyone's not gonna say that though. Like, that's not how everyone's thinking. So yeah, maybe if everyone was thinking like that, of course I would go vote. If everyone's thinking like that, there's only 100 people voting. I'm gonna go vote. But that's not how everyone's thinking. So don't hit me with that. Don't hit me with that. But this was like back in like 2016. Like, they're telling me this. I've never voted in my life. And my parents would give me so much shit. I already knew from the jump, like, this isn't something that I'm just running with because, like, I feel like I can get views or anything. Like, I'm definitely not the most intelligent person or smartest person. I suck at math. I suck at all. Like, I'm not good at schoolwork, 2.1 GPA. I barely, like, I didn't care for any of that. So it's like, I'm not a genius, but definitely from... I was watching 9/11 conspiracies when I was in like 5th grade. That's ball knowledge. Because you already know after 9/11 conspiracies, you start getting deeper and deeper and deeper. And it's crazy because I used to look up to like Alex Jones. And this was like when you get deep, deep. That's like iceberg level shit. Like when you start getting deep, deep and you start realizing, hold on. Everything's connected. Like all these people in power are put into power because... their ancestors were either intelligence, kings from a famous bloodline, knew someone. It all has to do with connections. So if you're born without connections, GG's, you're not a billionaire. Sorry to tell you, I don't care what you think you invented or what you became or what you become. You're not a billionaire. You have to be someone. You can name all these billionaires and who their grandparents are, and you'll find that their lineage is connected to certain bloodlines. That's why they get selected, because they're not going to give a random schmo in an apartment that has a genius idea $1 billion. That's not how it works. That's not how this game works. Capitalism is fake. Socialism is bullshit. It's all complete trash. I feel like the only way we could get back into like some real human shit, we go back to gold, silver, we trade spices, we find trades that, and then that's, I don't know. But just like the way the banking system and everything is, it's a trap. I don't care, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, I got a folder we're going to get into. It's not really organized, but I do have a folder of a bunch of screenshots from the iCloud. And I'll go into who they believe the hacker was from the iCloud 2022. This was after the MacBook. The whole MacBook thing was troll too. But the DOJ did come out and said, hey, listen, what we got from the MacBook and from the iCloud are true. Now, are they true? Yes, but were the people that were behind it, the ones that went and hacked it, the ones that dug inside and figured out his password because I got to take a piss, but I'll finish what I'm saying. So basically, the motherfucker got into his iCloud. Feds figured out this like next day. Boom, they put a password on it. Password protected. The hacker got the password also when they tried to put a password on it, like a second password. I don't know what it is. They had to do another password entry to get in it anyways. He figured it out. He got in it. And they're saying, I don't know, that might be a honeypot. That's what I'm saying. I'm not clicking no links and shit. Let me take a piss. See, I'm live right now, and this is when shit gets weird, because I could usually just edit out of this. But let me go pull this up real quick. Hold on, I'm about to piss. Hopefully my mic's working and shit. I can't read the comments. Whatever. YOLO. Fuck it. Hold on. See, I really wasn't going to even do this. I was on my third cut water. I was like, you know what? I'm going to do this. It took me half a cup of, I had to drink some BuzzBall, because I really was like panicking. I'm like, yo, I keep telling all these people I'm going live. But, all right, hold on. Let me get one more gulp. Because there is some shit that I plan on holding back, but if I'm getting to the point where I'm on some shit like, yo, come run in this bitch if you want to. I'm going to lay some shit down. Especially right now, bitch running here. Hey, let me chill, though, because I know you guys are starting to hear the slurring. And no one's trying to get information from a guy that's slurring. Like, that's true. Let me pull up this folder, though. I hope this... If I shot all this for no reason, I'm going to be mad as shit. Like, if I can't post clips from this, I know my audio might be a little bit delayed, so, like, I'll just take the... There's a way I can line it up. I'm not tripping. But I got to be able to show the screenshots. I want to show you guys the screenshots, though, because these are fucking nuts. Maybe I go into that second. I'll worry about that when that pops up. We're not doing screenshots yet anyways. We're going to go into the lore of the hacker and basically a little bit where they think the hacker's from. 4chan be on some shit, bro. I'm scared to go on there. It's straight glowies on 4chan. Straight glowies. Next thing you know, if you sit on 4chan too much, bro, they're going to be outside your crib. I mean, they're the ones that showed. They're the ones that literally showed Epstein. They pulled the whole veil on Epstein. I know I went over that last video. I'm sure if anyone's in here, they might have watched the last video. I'm just gonna say it right now because I'm on my third. It's some crazy shit. It's probably be cut out anyways. And I have no proof to back this up, so take it with a grain of salt. But they're saying the dude that posted the 4chan leak was, so Elon Musk supposedly has a son in New York that he doesn't talk about, and he's an NYPD cop. That's all I'm gonna say. That's about it. But I heard that motherfucker is crazy. But hey, listen, hold on. Fuck it, we on the third. There's been someone in my DMs that was on the wrong side of the internet at the wrong time and kind of got in the crosshairs of them. But I'm gonna delete this part out anyways. I don't care. So whatever. If you heard that, that's some ball. Hey, you're not gonna really find nothing on him anyways. So good luck. But just leave it alone. Just because he went on there. I didn't talk about this, but he really went on there to misguide and mislead everyone and basically confirm his death was true, because it's like it was almost like a psyop, like, okay, he's early, but that dude was the one saying that he killed himself, he committed the suicide. He wanted to stamp the story that Epstein was dead. That last post and that viral post I put up that had a couple million views, that ending, that thread, that last comment that was up there, that wasn't from the same guy. That wasn't the Musk son. That was someone that worked at the jail. That's totally different. I don't know if I said that or if you guys knew that or if you thought that was from the same early shit poster. But no, those were totally different people. Like I'm saying, that first person is basically trying to convince everyone that he committed suicide. So that was that was someone who has information that Epstein got smoked before it happened, before the news happened. Come on, that's someone that's plugged in and in power. Yeah, I'm going to just keep it at that. I don't want to... Listen, hey, I'm not even that guy, bro. I'm not a gangster, bro. But yeah, that shit is on me. Trust me. That shit is always on me. I'm in Florida. It's allowed. Make sure I'm still live before we get into this shit. Make sure I'm recording. Okay, I'm recording. Damn, bro, it's only been 13 minutes, bro. Oh my gosh. It's all right. We're going to get right into it. We don't have a lot anyways. We're just going to go right into this. I'm going to go over the list so you guys know everything I'm getting to. So we got the Minnesota fraud for sure. That's some crazy connections right there. You got they're funneling money to Somaliland. I'm going to show you guys. Like, be real. That shit troll. Nick Shirley is also a shill. The person that recorded that, and I'm going to show you how. Any person that goes to the Israel-Gaza border and doesn't think that's genocide, yeah, you're fed, bro. Don't give a fuck. 7K per post. Good goy. Top goy. I'm not a groiper, though. I'm definitely not a groiper, and I really don't want any top groipers in my shit anyways. That shit's troll. Fuck Nick Fuentes. You could go on Twitter right now and look up clips of Nick Fuentes porn popping up at the end of his stream, gay porn. And so it's just like do I care that he's gay? No, but he wants to act like he's so just like sturdy, right-wing Republican, Christian values, Christian man. Like, bro, cut that shit out. You're literally gay. There's moments, and I don't care that you are, but you're putting on a front like you're not, which equals fraud. So when I say he's a fraud, like, who knows what else he's frauded? Because if you're going to fraud the truth about your whole life, what wouldn't make me think that you would fraud some little petty shit for some money? Like the Kirk shooting. Every time he gets asked, every time a super chatter, because I'll pull up his streams probably. I'll probably pull up his streams probably once every couple weeks. And I'll be like, and I'll watch, because I'm trying to see how he runs everything. Like I'm trying to see how it operates. I don't know. I did want to start going live. I'm like, shit, let me check out Nick. Let me see what he do. But like every time I'll see clips too on Twitter, he'll talk when someone donates and asks him, what's your opinion on Charlie Kirk? Candace saying this, Candace saying that. And he's always just Tyler Robinson's the shooter. Tyler Robinson's the guy. The Democrats killed him, blah, blah, blah. Off rip, that should be enough to tell you, listen, he got killed by intelligence. He got killed from the mic. The place that built the mic got burned down. Yeah, you didn't know that. You could find that. I don't know the name of the facility. I don't know everything, but I was seeing someone that was breaking it down, and they were basically showing that the company that builds these explosive mics got burned down after the Kirk death. So their manufacturing got burned down. That's I don't know. And I think everyone that's on the inside, like, if you're Candace already knows that. She's milking views. Candace knows that. Nick Fuentes knows that. But the thing is, Nick Fuentes is Team Trump, deep down, low key. He won't tell you that, but he's Team Trump. He got contracted by Team Trump to go and orchestrate the January 6th protest or whatever. He got interviewed. He was trained. He pled the fifth. He's not stupid. But anyways, yeah, he got off of that scotch-free. So he is Team Trump at the end of the day. I know Trump definitely knew about the Kirk assassination before it happened. Now, do I think that he orchestrated the play? No. I don't think Trump orchestrated the play. Just like America didn't orchestrate 9/11. We got the people we call to orchestrate for us because they're smarter than us and they're just smarter than us. That's just how it is. You want me to be blunt and be honest? I mean, their bloodline has been around thousands of years longer than anyone else's. Their bloodlines existed long before Jesus Christ. Long before. Not that got to do with anything, but I'm trying to put that into perspective. 2026 has been 2026 years since Jesus got killed. Do I think Jesus is real? Yes. They started the motherfucking date after him. They started a whole new calendar after him. So yes, do I think he was real? Yes. I know you guys, if you're listeners, you've heard this shit before. I don't know if anyone's listening or not anyways, but I got to act like, I don't know, I'm shooting regardless. I'm shooting like I'm not live. I can't see the comments anyways. But if you're new here, yes, I'm not a Satanist. I do think Jesus Christ lived. Like I said, they changed the date for him. Do I think he was God? No. Do I think that he was different than us? Yes. Now, I don't know how you want to correlate that. Did Mary have sex with someone else, or did the baby pop up into the body? I don't know. If I had to bet money, I'm taking that a powerful creator put something into her belly. That's what I would bet my money on. Do I think that powerful creator would want to be and make it him? No, I'm sure he gave him extra abilities and gave him extra manifestation powers and made him pure all around to try to maybe go and stop the bad forces that were running rampant through the world. And it's so funny because I'll hear people be like, yo, this world is crazy. I'm scared to go outside. In 2025, 2020, this didn't happen in 2026. It just started. Happy New Year's, by the way. But in 2025, I'll hear someone be like, it's getting crazy out here, man. I don't know. Times are crazy. You think that times are crazy now? Yo. Back then? You have no idea. You have no idea. And I mean, at the end of the day, you could be like, well, you don't know either. You weren't born back then, blah, blah, blah. But I don't know. I feel like I know what was going on back then, bro. It was lawlessness. Think about, we have laws now. So there's going to be people that have thoughts that'll put it into the back of their head and be like, nah, I'm not going to do this right now. I could go to jail. Back then, ball motherfucking game. If they wanted to do something and they had muscle, because that's really all it was about back then. Even when you were in the cowboy era, say you're riding around on horses, muscle won at all points. If you had muscle, you won. See, a guy like me, I'm not the biggest guy. I'd be screwed a couple hundred years ago, for sure. But unless, see, this is why I can't drink. Or see, they had these a couple hundred years ago. You got to know I would. Let me put this down because I'm disrespecting guns. It shouldn't be like that. I'm not being a good example. That's not cool. I'm not trying to be cool. But hey, you got one of those? Hey, I'm trying to tell you. Hey, I'll go back to the 1700s with one of those. We'll pull up to the saloon right now. Saloon. I'm gonna walk in there with my coins, my cowboy hat tucked to the side a little bit. I'll have a little tilt to it. I'll walk in there. Knock. I'm gonna walk in there. Let me get a whiskey. I'm gonna get a whiskey. I'll look at the cowgirl next to me. How you doing, lady? And then she gonna ask me, what you doing over here? Oh, I'm an out-of-towner. I just came by the city. You gotta know the freedom was crazy back then, bro. That shit made me want to go back there so bad because you just know the freedom was crazy. And what's messed up is now it's going to get more. There's going to be more and more surveillance. If you want to see what our surveillance is going to look like, just go look in China. Go take a peek at China. Because you got to know Republicans aren't getting back in office next trip. Screw them anyways. I don't care. But Democrats are going to get in, and those are the super like surveillance-y, go just want to stalk everything, pay your taxes, and get plugged in. Nah, screw that. But 1700s was lit, though. Outer road. What I would have did for a job back then. I don't think I would have been I probably would have been a bandit, but, like, I'm not going to harm anyone. I would be like I don't know, farmers were like the OG drug dealers, probably back in like the 1700s. You just go out there, you're getting a bang for your buck. I don't know, slavery's fucked up, though. That shit's fucked up. I don't know. That was where the money was, though, to be honest, because you just had them out there for free picking all that cotton, but nah, fuck that shit. I would have fought with the I would have helped the Negroes if I was on back then. I say that now, but on some real shit, yeah, I would have probably helped them, but I would have loved to have been a cowboy though. Jeez, just knowing how strict surveillance is going to be in the future, it just sucks. Like, people are like right now, surveillance is crazy. They got the flock cameras in Florida where they pull up your cameras and they get your license plate and they see how many times you drive past a day, and then they get your information, and then okay, they got your way to work, but you don't take your way to work this time, and then it logs it in there, so now it knows your whole schedule. That's not fucking surveillance. I don't give a fuck about that, bro. That's not no damn surveillance. What the surveillance is when you got little drones in the sky that are flying over, that are connected within the city's police department, and they're above you, and they're scanning everything, seeing who's outside. They got facial recognition. They got everything lined up. That's what I don't want. Now, that is something that terrifies me. Screw that. But we're not far from that. And like I was telling someone earlier today, your kids are going to have to work probably, but their kids are not. Your grandkids, like if you're watching someone, let's just say you got a newborn. Say you got a younger kid, 5, 6-year-old, 7-year-old, even anyone under 10 years old. Their kids are not going to have to work. We're going to have a universal basic income, 100%. You got NVIDIA, Apple, Facebook, all these trillion-dollar companies lined up. AI is taking over. So AI is going to take jobs, correct? Okay. So if they're taking our jobs, who's going to get the money? Who's getting paid then? Not us. So we're not going to have money to give you guys, and we're not going to have money to give you guys. So what are you going to do then? Oh, you guys are going to crash and fail? No. They're going to make it so they get taxed a certain amount of money. And then when they get taxed, that'll come back to us. And now the first golden year, it's going to be some golden years, right, when this happens. That's what's good about this for us. Now, 5, 6, 7 generations, they're screwed. A couple hundred years out, they're screwed. Who knows what they're going to have back and going into the future. But that first 10, 20 years, we're going to be living that shit up with universal basic income. I'm telling you. No more slavery. No more of you having to go clock into your fast food. No more of you having to go clock into your construction job. Robots are going to be a smart investment for your companies. especially in 10, 15 years, and their people are thinking, oh man, I don't think a robot can go into and pick up a shovel and go dig a hole, or I don't think a robot can go, let's just give an example. I don't think a robot could go walk into an apartment, check their thermometer, check their AC, and diagnose the problem and fix it. Yeah, shitting me. Because eventually, this is how they're really going to control their AI. They're going to control their AI because before I get into this part real quick, they control, at the moment, in 2026, they're controlling their AI with cheap workers in India. You'll see robots roaming around a parking lot on wheels doing security. I seen a video of this. And the person there was like a screen in front of the robot. So it was like humanoid, it had arms, legs, it was rolling, but the face it was like a screen. I seen the video. It was literally it was like an Indian dude. I'm sure he's getting paid like $2-3 an hour. And it's an Indian dude, and he was telling the dude like, "Yo, I'm just inspecting and controlling and doing my watch on the parking lot." It's just funny. So like, yeah, so okay, you invest in the robot, you pay your 30-40 grand one time, then you probably got your monthly payment on it, because I seen that's what they're gonna do with the Tesla robots, the ones that Elon's gonna sell that'll put in your house, that they'll be able to go cook dinner, they'll be able to go do laundry, do dishes, go wash you in the shower, they'll do everything for you. Those cost, what I seen was it's going to cost around 40-50K, and then you'll have your monthly payment, of course, the subscription. The subscription is really the money glitch. If you guys have a business out there and figure out a way to find a subscription model that people will pay you monthly for, that is where the real money glitch is. Because, I mean, you don't even have to charge a lot. Let's just say you get 5. Let's say you can figure out something that's really valuable that can go for $49.99 a month. You get 1,000 people. What's that, 50,000? 1,000 people is not a lot. You know how many people are in America? 350 million plus. And you just need 1,000 to go make you 50K a month, which is a 600K a year business. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys now. Get into your bag. Let me make sure I'm still alive, because I'm just rambling too. I haven't even gotten into my shit. But just get into your bag before AI gets too crazy. I'm trying to warn you guys, because it's not too late. You guys still got a couple more years to go make your bag, build up your savings, buy your precious metals. If I had to give you advice, Bitcoin's about to be in a downturn in this upcoming year, 2026, year of the rat. Bitcoin was founded, year of the rat. I know my OG listeners know I'm into some of the Kabbalah. I'm listening to some of the occult, like within within the shit they use against us. I wanted to learn, because I know they used it with us, just seeing 9/11 and seeing how they plan shit on certain dates. I wanted to learn why they schedule things on certain days, and just energies and shit in general. So there's a book called The Secret Science of Numerology. Okay, that has nothing. It was written by a woman, and it just basically breaks down the science of how numbers are energy in God's language. I don't want to go too deep into it. I know you guys are here for the information anyways. I'm going to get into it in a second. But, yeah, Bitcoin, back to what I was saying, Bitcoin's in its enemy year. And it just makes sense to me, because you only have your enemy year once every 12 years. Okay? It's not something that happens a lot. Everyone can't win every year. Some people are everything is a cycle. Life is a cycle. Some years you'll do better than others. You're here, so you come to Earth to learn your lesson and have experience within this life. Learn your specific lesson within this life. And within this life and within this lesson, you'll have lessons within the life yearly. Everything is fractal. I don't know if you're breaking down what I'm saying. Okay, you got to be open-minded for this shit. I don't just say this shit to anyone. Everything is fractal. Everything from, I don't know if there's any traders out there. You pull up a chart, you go look at the yearly, and you pull up the minute. It's the same. It's all fractal, like everything. And that was like me understanding trading, because I do trade a bit. I don't trade. I'm not an intraday trader. That's a scam. But like I do trade. I do set trades when I see shit. I'll I'll put a futures trade in, or I'll take an options trade. I'll drop my nuts. Okay, I've been and I've had success within it, but intraday trading is more of a scam. But like I was saying, anyways, everything is fractal, even from within the life you live. What makes you think the life you live is any different than reading a chart? I know that sounds crazy what I just said, but like everything's connected. Like, it's just a little bit hard to explain. But like I said, everyone has different personal years where their energy is more aligned with certain things than not. So certain years you're kind of, I'm not going to necessarily say you're set up to fail, but just you're there. Failing isn't what it would be when you die and you go review your life at the end and you go look back at all your lives. That's not what I'm saying. Like, I'm talking about like within the third dimensional life. It's a game of runs. It's a game of runs. You're going to have your years to succeed. You're going to have your years to take over. Now, yes, there are years that are set up for you to not have the best luck, but there has to be that, because we're in a planet and we're on an earth that you can pretty much have whatever you want if you vision it, manifest it, and just really believe you already obtain it. Like, you can have what you want, except certain moments of within that cycle. And say, like, so you got 1 through, I don't want to go too deep into it, but like, because you guys will think this is batshit crazy. But like I said, it's a book that's been deleted off the internet. Read The Secret Science of Numerology. It was written by a woman. Women have the divine power. You troll anyone, like I hate when people try to say like I'm red pill. I'm not red pill. I'm not red pill. That shit is troll. That shit is troll, bro. Like, women, people, like, you don't know this, but like back in like very long times ago, women ran the world, bro. They have the divine power. You can say without men we can't have kids, but it's really the women's side. Like, that's where the magic really is, where the creation of a human happens is within a woman. All the men do is they have the balls and they have the seed. The woman is where it gets created. That's way different than just having some nuts hanging in your balls. Like, and I got to take a piss again too. It don't matter. I don't care if no one's listen. Let me take a piss. It is what it is. We're gonna get into the Hunter Biden shit soon. First live, you know what it is. This is what happens when you drink. Hold on, bro. I'm fucking sauced. I just pissed all over the toilet. Oh my gosh, bro. I couldn't even aim in the toilet. I'm saying that y'all got me rambling crazy. Yeah, we haven't even started yet, bro. But this is the only way I could do this, though. Let me finish this. And this... Here, hold on. Where'd I put my... Right here. See this right here? Velo peppermint, 6 milligram. This right here, I call it brain candy. It's definitely some goy slop, but hey, that shit is brain candy. I'll lock in off the nicotine. I know I have a lot to edit, and I got to edit it before the weekend, which means I'm going to have to be up all night. Ugh. I don't know if you guys have drank Cutwater. This is my first time. Mango margarita. 6%. Oh, shit. I can't even read that. 12.5% alcohol by volume. A mango twist, real tequila. Shit. Let's see. Hold on. Let me do a check. Let me check if there's any comments. Let me do a halfway mark before I go into the Biden shit. That will be fun. There is one thing that really hasn't got on the internet yet. If you're gonna comment, bro, say something now, bro, because you know I can't check. It's gonna fuck my flow state up before I get into it. I don't even know if my mic's working either. This shit is troll, bro. This shit is troll. Look like I can't even pull up my YouTube video. We might have to do. Nah. I'm gonna lock in. Let me pause that. Yes, sir. Nolan, fuck with you. Yes, sir. Nothing but a soul. Fuck with you, Nolan. Merce, we got 2 Nolans in here. Chris, yes, sir. Let's do it. Hey. Y'all boys, hey. Let's do it. I don't really care. Like, the thing is, if no one watches this, it is what it is. Because guess what? I'm going to post the clips and do $250,000 on the clips. It really don't matter. I got so many haters, but it seemed like all the haters are really just like the people that I know in real life. And that's why when I first made this page and when I first was talking shit, I didn't tell a soul, bro. Let me put my shades back on. Bob's back. I hope this shit's not lagging. I got an iPhone 11 in the background. How we look? Is it laggy? I hope we're not laggy, bro. It didn't look laggy on the YouTube. Someone comment, am I laggy? This shit is troll, bro. This shit is troll. Oh, no. Fuck it. If it is, it is. I'm going to take the clips regardless. I might just have to record on the iPhone 15. I don't care. I'll record on the iPhone 15. We'll make it look legit. But I can take the audio, I'm pretty sure, because I'll strip the audio, and then I'll take some blank audio and then scoot it forward and then just align it with my mouth if it's delayed. I think I might have to get a real camera to put it in there. Let me pop one of these, though. This will get me locked in, though, for this next part. Because, yo, the guy Hunter Biden. GG's. And listen, I wouldn't have said anything, Brody, but you went on Sean Ryan and just acted like you didn't do nothing, like you're just a good guy. That's not how this is going. I'm not gonna let shit like that slide, especially when I seen this happen in 2022. Your iCloud get leaked. I seen it happen. I've been into the nuttier side of the internet for a minute. So for me to see that, hold on, he popped up on Sean Ryan. I know we got a Republican in office right now that's a pedophile. Yes. Okay. Cool. But we're not sparing shit. I don't care. We're not sparing shit. This guy, this is nothing personal with Trump. It's nothing personal. Trump is troll. I don't care about Trump, but it's nothing personal with him. I don't care about him. He's done nothing for me. He's put no money in my pockets. But also with Biden has done nothing done for me. That's what I'm saying. I will go if you want to act like you're a good guy and there is shit where you have done like weird ass shit. That's not going. I'm not. No. I got a mic, bro. I got a mic for this reason. Let me pull this shit up. Let's get going. Hunter Biden's a fucking weirdo. I want to pull up a clip from when he was on that podcast. I'll probably just make when I do the Instagram clip, I'll just put it in there. Right now, you guys just got to trust what I'm saying with the Sean Ryan clips. But he was on Sean Ryan basically saying, listen, the podcast, or he said the MacBook was, I brought it to a place. He went inside of it. He called Rudy Giuliani's lawyer. Said, hey, listen, I got a terabyte of Hunter Biden's laptop. Do you want it? Rudy Giuliani got ties with Trump. Of course he wants it. So, I don't know, bro. I'm not sparing this shit. Let's pull it up. Fuck this shit. Let's get into it. Let me pull up my notepad because I wrote some notes on this shit. Oh my gosh, I can't even see the screen. Feel me? We got the high tech. We got high tech right now. We got the Bluetooth. We got the wireless joint. Where's my notes at? Bro, where's my old notes at? Oh, right here. Here we go. I thought I deleted them. No, I didn't. We here. Let me put my glasses back on because this is where the clips come in. Let me lock in. I don't know if this, like I said, I don't know if anyone's in here. Anyways, this is for the clips. Let me get my 250,000. Just 250K. I'll post 6-7 clips. We good. I gain. We keep going up. All right, here we go. Let me lock in because this is where it matters. This is where it matters. Hold on. That's what I'm saying. I'm going live. I usually don't go live. This shit, I'm a script kiddie. Let me be a script kiddie. No, I'm trolling. I'm not a script kiddie. If you've seen my videos, you know I don't edit shit. I just record the whole motherfucking thing. Let me finish this real quick. That shit is nasty. I do want to get into that. I got a lot of dirt on that Minnesota shit too. Let me see how long I've rambled for. Let me make sure we're good and everything's turned on before I get into this. This is where the clips are. It's probably what everyone's in here for. Everyone's probably like, holy shit, just get to the fucking point. We're in here for Biden. We only want to hear the shit on Biden. Shut the fuck up. You're just rambling. Oh, man. All right. Let me clear my nose. You guys know I can't fuck up the IG. I got motion on IG. I don't got motion on YouTube. I got a little motion on TikTok, too, but fuck it. All right, here we go. Make sure. Am I glowing for the? All right, now you guys are probably getting pissed. Let's get to it. Hold on. You guys are probably like, he don't even got shit for this Hunter Biden laptop. He just keeps avoiding it. Nah. I got a couple things. Like I said, we're going to go into the folder. I got a folder with like 30, 40 images and pictures. Now I'm going to break down some of the pictures too. So I hope you guys don't got work early in the morning. If you do, I'm sorry. You can watch this, or if you're watching this just watch it the next day. If you got to work in the morning, if anyone's in here, just slide. It's all right. I don't need no one in here. I don't want to even know if anyone's in here anyways. All right. Here we go. It's probably, yeah, okay. So the Hunter Biden laptop. That was the first thing that happened. That was around 2017-ish. We're not getting too much into the Hunter Biden laptop. Now, the Hunter Biden laptop was a real thing. I know that the left, the Democrats were claiming that was a right-wing hoax, just like how Donald Trump's claiming the Epstein files are a left-wing hoax. They like to blame each other for certain things, just like how Tim Walz just did a tweet today blaming Trump for the immigration policies he has and letting Somalians back. He literally put a tweet out on that today. They blame each other. That's 100%. But after the Biden laptop, a couple people got pissed off about how they were just not happy with how they handled. They didn't show everything within the laptop. They pretty much just showed the dude smoking crack, hanging out with hookers, banging hookers. Like, who cares? That's not crazy. That's just human shit. Sexual, human, drugs, experiences. I'm not really judgmental towards him doing crack. I don't really care. There's people have gone through shit. I'm sure he gone through shit as a kid. Hunter Biden himself. I'm sure he had a tough, not necessarily financial upbringing, but when you're I'm sure when you're under someone that, like, you come from, your father's Joe Biden, and Joe Biden's a weirdo. We're going to get into the Ashley Biden diary, too. Not much, but a part of it. And when your dad's a weirdo, it tends to make you come from what you come from. You're not always, just like there's in the streets. You got some guys that are snitches, like their daddy can be a snitch, and then they come out and they got a gangster son, or they got a snitch son and the most gangster daddy. I'm not saying it's fully correlated, but he may have seen shit. He's been around shit. He's just been out of touch. So I'm not necessarily saying, like, I'm blaming him or saying he's super wrong for his degenerate activities. Because everyone has degenerate activities in the dark. Everyone does. Everyone has their shit. And if you say you're not, okay, let's get your logins. Let's get everything. Let's see what you do in the dark. That's what I'm saying. Everyone got their shit. So, back to 4chan. I know you guys are probably like, damn, 4chan's not a good source. But wait a second. A lot of people on 4chan are just really trying to find the truth and figure out what's going on. And there's a lot of just LARPing activity also, though. Like, there's a lot of bullshit on 4chan. I'm not saying this is a legit news source, but at the end of the day, if you want to say 4chan's not a good news source, what is CNN and what is Fox News? Are they good news sources? Like, they're not any better than the guy at home trying to hack into the president's son's iCloud. Like, they're no different, in my opinion. If anything, I feel like they're better of a source. They got the direct links, and that's the thing. In this 4chan post, it showed the links of everything. It showed the proof. So, part one. Let me get into this. The hacker. Let's get into the hacker. The hacker from 4chan got into Hunter Biden's iCloud. When he got into Hunter Biden's iCloud, he's seen 450 gigs. That's a lot of gigabytes. 450 gigabytes worth of data and information within his iCloud. The number was supposedly connected. It was a family member's number at first, so he thought he was smooth. It was another family member's number. He ended up getting that number from another family member, and then he took it over, which is what we'll see in some of these screenshots, which are pretty comical. And you're not going to see a lot of, you probably haven't seen a lot of people cover, you'll see some of the people cover the MacBook leaks. And that was, like I said, that was more of the hookers, cocaine, the blow. They did have messages within the MacBook, but that was way back then. That wasn't anything necessarily new. But they hid stuff, and they like I said, even Tucker Carlson, when he did his spiel on the Hunter Biden laptop when it first came out, and other right-wing, because the right-wing narrative did run with this. They didn't try to hide it. They didn't. But like I said, they didn't cover everything. And that's what really pissed off this hacker. And I think this hacker was connected to probably some right-wing. He had a right-wing connection, for sure. So, July 8th, 2022. A mysterious user posts a thread. His name's Kiwi Anon. That was the name of the hacker. And he was believed to be from New Zealand. And that connection is because one of the main birds that were from New Zealand, they call them, it's a name for it. I don't know exactly what the name is, but it was a kiwi something. It was the name of a bird. And they believe he's from New Zealand. But this wasn't the average hacker. The reason I said that this wasn't the average hacker is because right when this was only up for a couple hours in the 4chan post about his link. So there were people that were clicking onto it, saving it, uploading it elsewhere. There were people that saved some of this, but not many. It wasn't many. There's not millions of users that use 4chan. There might be millions of users, but under this niche, not necessarily. Right when it happened, there's probably, if I had to guess, there was probably only, this was a viral post on 4chan. Let's just say 30,000 people saw this. If I had to take a smart guess. And that's not that many. Because there's a lot of people that are just lurkers. If you're on 4chan, guarantee you're mostly your workers. The crazy people that are posting are usually the feds, the ones that are the posters. And I kind of think that this hacker had ties to was a Fed within the Trump administration. Let me take this Zen out. So right after the leak, the feds put a password on it. And right when the feds put a password on it, everyone's like, "Damn, we can't get in. What's going on with the password? Like, what's going on?" And the hacker is so raw. This is a legendary hacker. He went and found out that Hunter Biden's password he used for other websites that have been compromised. He was trying the other passwords that other websites that have been compromised, that password. He was using it. And the password he was saying was Julius. It was like something like Julius 26 ! Or some shit. It was like some random shit. And he posted it. And everyone got back in. That's a raw ass hacker. How the hell do you get in? You gotta be some type of like intelligence to be able to hack at the iCloud. That's not, because I'm pretty sure there was an Apple bounty. Back in that time period, there was an Apple bounty where if you could hack into that iCloud, you'd get paid a certain amount. I do believe I read that somewhere. So now we're gonna get into some of the screenshots from the iCloud, and I'm gonna break into what he was talking about and who he was directing towards. It's kind of fishy, and it's just so funny. Oh, you went on Sean Ryan? Cool, bro. You didn't say nothing. I bet, bro. You didn't say nothing at all. Now, for the clip's sake, I can't. There'll be a couple in a second. I'm gonna do that right now, actually. But while I talk about the clips, I'm gonna make sure that you guys can see some of these pictures. Actually, display capture. Display. Should be this one right here. Can you guys see this? Let me pull up my YouTube real quick. But the thing is, though, I don't want to show you. I can't fuck my clips up, though. Let me see. Hold on. Let me pull up my live real quick. It's a delay. Give me a second. Okay. All right. We can see everything. All right. Good. No, that's Nick Shirley. That's showing he's a Fed. I'm not showing that yet. That's in a second. Let's yeah, I got some of the leaks. We'll start with this. All right, let me take a piss real quick. Let me take a piss. I've been drinking. I appreciate if anyone's in here. We're gonna get into it. like I said, I couldn't pull up the direct links myself. I don't want to be in a honeypot. That is not my cup of tea. I don't feel like I'm not a honeypot guy. Okay, I'm not. I don't have any safety precautions pulling these up, but I do have. If you see, look, I'm pretty sure you got my screen pulled up right now. I don't think you can see me right now. I got 1, 2, 5, let's say 10, 15, 20. Yeah, we got around 20. We got 20 plus screenshots from the. Let me pull my face back up. We got 20 screenshots from the iCloud leak. We'll go into it, and we're gonna basically break down what he was saying and what it's connected to, and basically how he had a relationship with his niece. So, what are we in right now? We've been talking shit for about an hour, 56 since I've been recording. We've probably been live for another 15. Before that, the 30-minute wait. Okay. We could probably go for like another hour, maybe. Hopefully we can go quicker. I want to break this shit down for you guys. We got to get the clips, bro. I haven't done no clips yet. I've been rambling. I don't even know if anyone's in here. That shit's troll. I don't blame you if you're not in here. Let me take a piss, bro. This shit. Let me get the clips, bro. Cause I'm literally milking. I'm milking this shit, and I'm not even. I don't even know if I'm gonna. This shit. I gotta make sure I gain. I gotta get something out of this. Hold on. I still got me talking. Oh, I thought I had the picture pulled up. All right. Here we go. Like I said, I can't. I'm going to show you guys probably what I'm talking about after. But I got to get this for the clips. So I can't have this screen pulled up. Maybe I can shorten it and put it before. Like that? No. Wait. If I go like that. Go like that. There we go. We got it. Oh, look at this weirdo, bro. Look at this guy. Hold on, let me close out my YouTube. Look at this guy. Let's get into it. Let's get into the leaks. That's his, yeah. Hold on, we're gonna get into the Nick Shirley Fed in a second. It should be in order, right? So if it's in order, if that's the last thing, hold on. Natalie, you are wonderful. See, Natalie is who he was. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Okay. So the first thing, I think it's backwards. So, okay, we're gonna start here. For one, all politicians, and let me switch this shit real quick. Fuck this shit. I need the clips, bro. I'm sorry, bro. I need the clips, dog. Gotta have the clips. Fuck that shit, bro. Y'all just gonna have to see some of the pictures. I'm gonna show you screenshots and pictures in the at the end of this. So just hold tight. I just bought a new Glock. Call me 350. Haha, you're a fucking weirdo, Hunter. Went on Sean Ryan acting like you're not. So, in pictures right here, he's messaging Natalie Biden. Okay. She says, "Come over," and let me say who Natalie Biden is. Natalie Biden is his niece. That is the daughter of his brother. This was his brother's daughter who died. She was around 14 at the time. He was basically inappropriate with her, let's say the least. We'll get into that in a second. She says in these text messages right here, "Come over, fuck face, now!" Exclamation mark, like 15 times in a row. "I'm going to mall, text me when you get home and I will come. Love!" Exclamation mark. He said, "I want to fold clothes for you." And then he said, "In bathroom at Whole Foods." Okay, so you're like, hold on. That may be not too crazy. That's a little weird. But basically, when his brother died, he was smashing his wife, not Hunter's wife, his brother's wife. And then he was in a relationship with his niece. I can't even make this shit up. I wish I could. I wish I could make this up. But this motherfucker was literally in a relationship with his niece, bro. And I'm going to show you. Here, let me show you guys a screenshot real quick, because I can edit this part out. I got to make sure if anyone's in here, they can see this shit. No, not that one. That's crazy too. Hold on. We're not even supposed to get there yet. I know you guys can see. Here, I'm going to show you what I just said. I'm just going to have to do a little more editing. But that's cool. So we're starting off with this. Okay. Shit. Hold on. I was trying to put my face in it too. Fuck it. You guys don't need to see me anyways. It's got nothing to do with me. Fuck this puss ass shit. All right. So Natalie Biden. You see it's blurred out. Okay, cool. I don't care. We know what that's Natalie herself right there. Boom, 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 boom. What I was just telling you. Okay. All right. You see it. Let's go to the next thing. Let me change this back. See, I'm fucking shit up, bro. I can't even do it like that. All right, there we go. I think we're back right. Are we back right? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't think that's smart to do that within every single one. But he's texting. He's texting Maddie he's texting. I'm sorry, Natalie Biden, right there. Natalie is, I told you, his niece. I just spilled some water. Don't care. All right. Let's get into more screenshots, because you guys are wondering, okay, cool. What does this iCloud have for me? Why did I click on this video? Why am I watching you right now? There's thousands of people I could watch right now. I could be asleep right now. I could be watching a movie right now. I could be watching a new Netflix show right now. Yes. Hold on. We're not done yet. Let me get to it. Because Hunter's dad is a weirdo too. You think Trump's a weirdo? He is. So is Joe Biden. So is Joe motherfucking Biden. Just as weird. Let's pull up another screenshot. Let me get into the Joe part. I can't see from my glasses. Let me full screen this. Lock in for the people. Give them what they want to hear. Okay. All right, here we go. Another Natalie Biden text. So let's keep going with the Natalie Biden. She's 14 years old at the time too. She's a young girl. She's a young girl. And I'm not going to show the video, or I'm not going to show the picture that was leaked, because like I said, 450 gigabytes, a lot of shit. It's not everything I have. I can't get into the actual files myself. I'm not getting into that honeypot. But there was a picture I seen that I couldn't even use today on YouTube. Basically, Natalie was on her bed she was laying on her stomach with not a lot of clothes, just underwear, and she hits one of those selfies over top, and she had powder on her nose. And yeah, okay. That was sent to Hunter. So she's sending nude, like not nude, but like very sexual pictures to Hunter. Like I can't go into everything. We're on motherfucking YouTube right now. But while you're watching this, just know none of this is fake. None of this. This is stamped. This is the real deal. 100%. This is the real deal. 100%. You don't gotta. Yeah, you're not watching anyone. I'm not some. Like you guys see I cover everybody. Don't even try to make it like I want someone to look an extra certain type of way, or I want a specific group to overcome another group. No. You guys know that by now, especially if you've been watching. All right. I'm going to read this text. It's a little bit long. Natalie said, I'm sorry, but she won't even take my call. She's made her decision clearly. She's chosen to do what Hallie wants, and she says, like Daria teaches, the rest of should just worry about ourselves. That includes me, I guess, and you and Hunter and your aunt, and I love you. It's blurred out, but your mom just decided that she's willing to risk having you taken from her rather than spend a month with family in Malibu, California. She told Pop that she would call the police if I tried to see you, and it's blurred. When she lies and says she never said that, call Pop and ask him. So no, Natalie, that's what it says. I'm sorry, but I'm alone here, and I thought I came up with, and then it cuts out. But this was basically Hunter texting Natalie. Like they pretty much within these text messages, you'll see that they were in a relationship. And that the mom who became a drug addict, Natalie's mom who became a drug addict, wasn't happy about this. Hunter's mom wasn't happy about this. A lot of people were not cool with this because they found out what what him and Natalie had going on, which is just your niece, bro. Like, you're on Sean Ryan acting like you're normal, like that shit. Bro, like, you're going to go and sit on a 5-hour podcast and act like you're normal. You're not fucking normal, bro. You're not. You're not at all, bro. You're farthest from it. Let me show you guys so you know I'm not just saying whatever I want. There, go ahead. I'm going to... Oh, shit. Hold on. Put that there. Put that here. It's for my live viewers. If there is anyone watching, let me put this before this. Hold on. Cancel. Boom. All right. Here you go. This is what I just read. You can see that scratched out, but that's definitely a Natalie Biden. Okay. Dude's a weirdo. Alright, let me cut that back out. Boom. Okay. Yeah, dude is definitely strange. It's crazy because who is not strange? Like, who is not? Can we get someone that's normal, that's in power, let's get in Fishback. Let's get in James Fishback, the guy from Florida that's running for governor. No, he's an Ashkenazi Jew. The same Jews that funded Hitler to get into power, so Hitler could start genocide and then Israel could get their own country. No, I'm not voting for James Fishback. I don't care, because right when he gets into office, he's going to start backdooring crazy-ass shit. No. True. That type of shit pisses me off, especially when they act like they're, like, full-on, just like they take no APAC money, and they want to act like they're just someone they're not. Like, just get the fuck out of here with that shit. Deadass. That type of shit pisses me off. I'd rather you like be like someone like that tries to hide it, or like it'd be the people that are like the Fishback guy, so anti this, so anti that. He's just so much different than everyone else, and then all of a sudden you look up his freaking last name and it's heritage to Ashkenazi Jew. I don't give a fuck. I'm not voting for you. I don't give a fuck. I'm not an anti-Semite, whatever the fuck you call it. I'm not any of that bullshit. I don't give a fuck. I'm not voting for an Ashkenazi Jewish bloodline, because the last people that made the Ashkenazis famous were they put Hitler into power, and they called the people that killed the Jews Nazis, and they were funded by the Ashkenazis. So yeah, no, thank you, Fishback. Blow something that I don't need to say, especially if there's someone else watching. So let's scroll down. Let's scroll down. He said, she said Natalie Biden right here. Text me, bruh. I miss you. Here's a picture. She sent the picture. The picture didn't load. I'm about to have a panic attack. She said, respond, boy. He said, call your mother. It seems like every time we talk, she tells people I'm inappropriate with you. I don't want to make matters worse for you or myself. Bruh, question mark. I hate life, man. This and that. Here, let me show you guys. This is from Natalie. So, Hunter's trying to make it like, I don't want your mom to tell you I did this and that. Hunter. Yeah. Yeah, you don't want your mom telling her that because you probably done squeezed her a couple times. Like, yeah, you probably did done squeeze her. That shit's gross, bro. That's your niece, bro. I don't give a fuck. That shit troll. Everyone in power is fucking satanistic pedophile. It's funny. So yeah, here's another picture of them being weird. Let's keep going though, cause we got some more to go. We got some more to go over. We're not doing this shit all night. What the fuck? Hold on. There we go. Yeah, we're not doing this shit all night for sure. Let's get into the next thing though. I want to get into the Joe Biden shit that's connected to this shit. Joe Biden's a pedophile himself. All right. I'm going to hit some people up, though, to get into this full iCloud. I got the link. If you want it, click it. Hey, shit, if you got balls and you think you got Tor browser and you got all the safety precautions and you're on VPNs and you don't have a girlfriend and you don't have kids and everything, you're straight, you've committed no crimes, I got a link for you. You want to get access to his 450 gigabytes? You want to break it down? Be my guest. I'm not that guy. Let's go into the next text, though. We got, what else we got? All right, this is a text message he sent. This was a number he didn't have saved. The last four numbers were 0600. He said, we looked at in the context of my addiction, of which almost none of them have ever witnessed, and except for one thing, it's easy to believe the things that she says about me. With all of her obvious love, patience people believe she has for me, when looked at in the context of my addiction, of which almost none of them have ever witnessed in full, why they wouldn't believe exactly what Natalie tells them or my mom tells him. Things like I'm sexually inappropriate with the children. So tell me, please, how do I keep my kids without killing myself in the process? Please read this, Liz. I am lost right now. And you may think of all this as some drama that will blow over in a day. I'm alone right now without anyone. So he's obsessed with hanging out with Natalie. People in his family are kind of looking at him like he's the odd man out, like he's the guy that no one wants to be around, which is, yeah, you're a fucking weirdo. No shit, bro. And this is the text he's sending. I don't know who the hell Liz is, but this is the part that's highlighted. Or my mom tells him things like I'm sexually inappropriate with the children. So his mom, Joe Biden's wife, basically knows Hunter Biden should not be around kids. She knows he's fucked up. This is a fucked up family. This shit's weird. This shit's weird. Here, I'll show you guys the clip real quick. Get right into it. Here you go. This is the number. You got the 0600 at the end. You got the part highlighted, which I was talking about. So, yeah. Dude's a fucking... bro's different, bro. I'm getting kind of quick with this. All right, let's go to the next one. Let's not waste no time. Let's get to it. People got to go to bed. You know that. So, stop wasting people's time just rambling like people want to hear that shit. Here's another text from Natalie. So Natalie's texting him. So Natalie, it looks like Natalie's also I'm not going to say she's a weirdo, but it almost looks like Natalie was kind of into it from the text messages. I hate to say it, but you kind of got to blame the people that hypersexualize these young kids, because that's what happens when they're young. You mess with them. When they're young, they become hypersexualized. And that fucks them up. But this is the text she sent. She said, yes, I can come up there. Please. Unc, I'm dying inside. So depressed. Can't handle life. He said, you would have to come with the dope because you can't stay with me. So there's already been rumors that them two have, but within the family, that them two have been messing around. And the family talks. You can see the family's talking. He can't be seen with Natalie. Like, the family can't know he's with her. All this extra shit. So they're trying to be sneaky about it. Like, this isn't even Hallmark. This is worse than Hallmark. Now I'm gonna show you guys real quick. Let's just show you. Boom, boom. This is her text messages right here. So, yeah. Bro's a fucking... Yeah. Let's get to the next picture. All right. This is Jim Biden. Jim Biden says, Hunter, it is imperative you call me or your father. Your father is getting, as I am, beraged by Hallie. He has not responded. I have not responded. We both agree with and trust you. She is spreading what you told me, and I believe you are lies. Once again, we both need your side of the story so we can both shove it down her fucking throat. I implore you to call. Please /I/we are on your side. I believe you. This is nothing short of character assassination. Love you, Jim. So, Hallie is Natalie's mom. I'm pretty sure when Hunter's brother died, she kind of went AWOL and became an addict. And you can't always trust what an addict says because a lot of times, like there are a lot of a lot of addicts do become crazy. I'm not saying it's their fault because they became an addict. Like a lot of times they're the product of just their environment is so shit where sometimes drug is the only thing you resort to. So I'm not gonna judge just because if someone uses drugs. Who am I to judge someone on that? But yeah, her mom, Natalie's mom, is basically going crazy. I don't think she's crazy here. Like I was just telling you, yeah, the people on drugs go crazy, but sometimes they do tell the truth. And what she's saying here is she's telling her family, hey, listen, Hunter's sleeping with my damn daughter. They're in a full-on relationship. They like each other. There's something weird going on. Get this. This shit needs to stop. This is what she was basically telling her family. Ugh. All right. I'll show you guys this real quick so you can see it. He probably didn't even he didn't even reply to this. So he sent a call through. I'm sure he sent a call. He went and made a call right after that, clearing his name and shit. All right, let's go to the next thing. I got to read this one. This is how it's gonna start getting weirder and weirder. We're not done. And like I said, I didn't get access to the full 450 gigs, but I showed you guys some of the things. So in this text message right here, I'm not gonna read this whole 3-minute long triple paragraph. I'll scan it through after I finish, and you guys can read it, and then we'll go to the next. But I'm gonna read the highlighted part that's important. He is inappropriate with Natalie. He FaceTimes everyone naked. Wow, what an embarrassment. He can't be around my children. If I ever in a million years even had to think whether or not Bo would co-sign for me, Bo would have moved out of his bedroom to allow me to live with him, and he'd insist I'd bring the dog, all 3 kids, and put my paintings up and take half the walk-in closet. And you think her behavior towards you something that she and you aren't passing on redacted and redacted. I don't know. Rest is redacted. Whoever this is, I don't know. The number's not saved. But she's talking about Hunter. So, I don't know. FaceTiming people naked and shit, bro. You're off the hinge, bro. Family naked? I could see one of your boys, maybe if you're drunk, like, maybe... That's not some normal shit, though. Maybe you do it one time. Like you call your boys. I don't know. That's not something I do. Maybe I don't know, bro. Yeah, his family's weird as shit. Let's keep going. Natalie Biden. Here's a text from Natalie Biden. So, she's. This is a text he sent to Natalie. Let me put my glasses on in case I use this for a clip, so the Hunter Biden disciples don't come after me. He said in a text to Natalie, I'm not reading the whole thing. I'm going to read the part that's important. He said, I love you, Nat, but your mom just decided that she is willing to risk having you taken from her rather than spend a month with family in Malibu, California. She told Pop, Joe Biden, that she would call the police if I tried to see you. When she lies and says she never said that, call Pop and ask him. You're like, what y'all got going on, bro? That's your niece, doggy. Like, you can't get no other butt besides that? Like, Here we go. Let me show you. She told Pop that she would call the police. I tried to see you. Yeah, boom, boom, boom. When she lies. Yeah, so more showing that he was getting it on with Natalie, which is fucking disgusting. All right, here's some more messages between him. He said, "Yes, you are. Let's get you fucking." So someone sent him, "Yes, you are. Let's get you fucking sober." He said, "This is what Hunter said. I have no friends because I'm an asshole. No one wants to be around me. Natalie thinks I molest her." He said, "Poor." The person said, "Poor you." He said, "You don't think I'm a good father." He said, "You are good at everything when you are sober. Come home now, please." I don't know who sent this. Maybe his mom, but just more shenanigans. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Now this is some between him and Natalie right here. He said, "Please stop, Natalie. I've said I'm sorry. I can't hurt more than what you believe of me hurts me. I'm so sorry." She said, "You are the most inspirational, beyond smart, kind, loving person in the world. I hate that you think that. I don't know how I thought of that. For some reason, I have redacted. It tells me things I do not know, and I say that people freak. I do not know where it comes from. I love you, Natalie. Good night." She said, "Love you too." He said, "Good night." She said, "Please come home. I'm asking for a favor. You always tell me you would do anything for me, so please do this." He said, "Hi, call me, love you and miss you." She said, "Can I call you later?" He said, "Yeah." He said, "Call me." She said, "K." She said, "I miss daddy." This is literally like text messages Natalie is sending. "I miss daddy." She said, "Do you like my screensaver?" She said, "Hi, I love you so much. Hearts, heart emoji, XOXOXO. Like, this shit is fucking, like, yo, like, what are we doing? Here, read that. It's for you guys right here. So, get that in real quick. That's them going back and forth. Let me change it back. So this is what someone sent. "Hunter, please be careful. Don't let the world reflect your actions. You're smart, courageous, very handsome, and I miss you and Kiki, Cuckoo, and Yari, and your child bride. We miss you, your smile, your smartness. Miss you so much. Big hugs and kisses. We all keep dreaming of you." Child bride. Ooh, like, yeah. Okay, yeah, nothing's weird going on, bro. Nothing's weird going on. But I've never in my life had someone go and text me anything about no child bride or anyone that I've been with. Like, I don't know. I don't know. That's not. These people are just fucking different, bro. What else we got? Let's get it going. Because I want to get into that Minnesota shit, too. I got to show y'all the Minnesota. Because that shit get weird. Israel's involved with... They're funneling money from Minnesota to Somaliland. And then Israel's building a military base there. It's all troll. All right. Let me take this last sip. This is for the clip right here. This is what everyone's been waiting for. This is the shit that's going to just fucking sickening you. Hold on. Dramatic cue. I don't even want to pop this shit, bro. This shit makes my fucking blood vessels tighten up. Makes it fucking harder to breathe. Especially when I'm fucking cooked right now. I don't even know how I'm live. I still have so much more shit to get to, bro. I don't know if I can do this live shit, bro. I think I'm putting on an act or something. I think I'm doing too much. I think I just need to get into it, bro. I think I'm being me, but it's like I'm like trying to put on a show. I think that's what I'm doing. I'm doing it. I'm doing it too wrong. This isn't a. I shouldn't put it like it's a show. I gotta just present my information, get my clips, grow to fucking 5 million followers, get 400,000 on YouTube, start going across the world and journaling everything I see and recording everything, make a full team, make full media enterprise. I cover sports, everything, all the shit that's rigged. I expose everything from child trafficking, human trafficking. I show the world, then I get smoked, and then I fucking am a legend. Fuck it. Anyways, I do want to pop this in, though. It's the root of all evil. It's the brain candy. 5-second rule. Went on the ground. I don't care. I got to get this part right for the clip, bro. Because my Instagram, my following is slowing up a little bit. I gotta post something that goes. All right. Let me get right. So, Natalie Biden, I told you guys, she was 14 years old. This was like a 14 to 16-year-old range when Hunter was just being kind of disgusting with her. There was a picture that was posted on Claudina Buccini's Instagram page. This is a picture of Natalie Biden reading a book called Profiles in Corruption. I don't know if that's some type of symbolism, if she's trying to tell us something. But in this picture, you can clearly see that Natalie Biden is pregnant. 100%. Okay? She ended up getting an abortion, which was 100% swept under the rug. And from the recent texts and everything that I was showing you prior, the man Hunter Biden, from what this is showing me, was in a relationship with Natalie that the family didn't like and got Natalie impregnated. She ended up having an abortion. It ended up getting swept under the rug, and there's an actual picture of her. Of her with a big stomach, and I'm going to show you guys right here. Right here. There you guys go. So I don't know what else you need to see. Maybe I don't know what else you guys want to believe. Who else got her pregnant? Was it one of her boyfriends in middle school? Or was it the uncle, the degenerate drug addict? I don't know. I don't want to I feel like, I don't know. He's a piece of shit, don't get me wrong. But I don't really want to label anyone a drug addict. I don't know. I feel like there's good drug addicts. I don't know. Probably not a high percentage, but there are. Just mathematically speaking, there has to be some good drug addicts out there. There's billions and billions of dollars of coke and heroin and Adderall and all types of meth and all types of drugs that get imported each day. So someone has to do these drugs. And that means that there are people that do these drugs that you would never know do these drugs. So for me to label him a drug addict, like that means that has something to do with him impregnating his 16-year-old niece. Definitely not. Definitely not. Definitely not. This has nothing to do with impregnating his niece being a drug addict. He's just sick, bro. He's a messed up guy. So there you guys go. You guys seen the picture? Natalie Biden got an abortion. Boom. And we're not even done yet. All right, let's keep going. I need to speed this shit up though. I really do. I think that's about it from the text. I probably missed a couple texts. Like I said, there's 450 gigabytes. DM me if you really want access to all of Hunter Biden's iCloud, and if you want to be a gangster, if you see something, hit me up. Send me the proof or send me the screenshots of what you find. I got the iCloud, so if you want it, hit me. But like I said, I'm not set up to where I can search that because there's a lot of honeypots. A lot. You click on those links, now you're in a database. This is from Biden's youngest daughter. So it's just kind of weird. I do got some lore with the diary though. It's kind of disappointing. It's like, damn, yo, like, do you have to be a pedophile to be a president at this point? That's what it damn near looking like. I don't know about Obama, though, but Obama was ordering 40,000 hot dogs and pizzas to the White House. Don't make me get that started. Obama's connected to Pizzagate. So, yeah, you think, okay, yeah. Trump was wrong. He's a pedophile, PDF, okay. Joe Biden's a PDF, but not my boy Obama. Shit. Man, Obama got leaked emails of ordering 40K hot dogs. Who the fuck even eats hot dogs? If you eat hot dogs, bro, you need to stop that shit. Here, let me post this. Click now. Last hour. Tune in. Cause it's like, bro, I really don't gotta do this live though. I feel like this shit making me take longer though. Like I'm not even big enough to go live yet. Like this shit's kind of pointless, but cause I gotta make the most of my time, bro. I'm about to go to nursing school and shit. So it's gonna be tougher for me. I'm still gonna get in a video every week though. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. If I gotta stay up all night, that shit don't matter to me. All right, here we go. Post it on my IG. We should be about good to go, man. Let me check the comments real quick. Let me make sure no one ain't saying nothing real quick before we get into this Ashley Biden diary. But we got into the iCloud as much as I could. Like I said, I'm not clicking the actual 450 gigabyte link. That's not my. All right. Yes, sir. Everyone in here. Yes, sir. We got a couple people watching, man. I ain't chirping, man. Fuck it. We gonna go live then. If they want us to go live, we will go live then. Yeah, bro, I got to go nursing school, bro. I do like caring for people. This is some gate-cap shit because I doubt anyone because I'm probably going to just post this whole thing to my YouTube. I don't know if anyone's going to make it this far anyways, but I do like caring for people. I just don't listen to shit, bro. Like, especially when people are wrong. Like, you think that, like, people like... I don't know, like people that work in cancer hospitals and shit, like they only do, like I couldn't work at a cancer. I don't know. I'm not gonna get into it. Let me shut up. All right, but we're about to get into the Natalie Biden diary, and then I'm gonna go into that. I don't have too much on the Natalie Biden diary, but I have certain parts from it. The Natalie Biden diary. There is a link, like I said. But I'm not fully secured. I don't have everything to make sure that my IP secured. I don't have security. I don't have all this shit to make sure I'm well protected and can keep my ass safe. I was thinking about buying lasers because I know cameras. I got cameras set up. Obviously, I'm not a fucking bot. I got camera set up, both doors, boom, boom, boom. But I'm looking on Amazon. I'm like, because I was reading about how there was this hit that Mossad did with a guy that was in a hotel, and they had no keys or no nothing, and the shit was even locked, and they had some type of device that could even unlock their hotel doors, or like they could just, who knows, I'm sure they got some type of universal key that they could just enter right into your house. I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it. So I need to get sensors. So I'm going to get sensors on every window. I'm going to get sensors on doors and all that shit. Because, yeah, you might pull up to my crib. You might have a jammer or something that blanks out my cameras. But when my sensors, my radar, not my radar, but my laser sensors, when you run into them, they're going to go off regardless. But I'm not saying nothing crazy anyways, to be honest. I leave a lot of shit out. I don't know. Everyone is literally a Fed, though. Like, there's no good guys. How am I, it's just like, how am I the only good guy? It sounds like egotistical, but how am I the only good guy? If you go look into it, the guy that just exposed the Minnesota fraud, yeah, cool. He's showing, that's some right-wing propaganda bullshit, bro. He went to Israel and kissed the wall and said that the genocide, he's basically saying like the genocide's justified for Israel. I'm going to get into that in a second. The guy that exposed the fraud that's going on in Minnesota literally is a paid shill. Went on Patrick Bet David, everything. So it's like, how, like, I can't, if I'm the only one, I'm going to get smoked. There's no way. Like, it's literally everyone that's in, that gets a lot of views and that's in, like, they're controlled. I haven't found anyone that's not. There's no one that's not. There's no one. There's fucking no one. Name someone. Ian Carroll, Fed. Candace Owens. You see who she's married to. Zionist fucking Christian family. How can you be a Zionist Christian? Like, that don't make no sense. Who else? Alex Jones. Fed. Dad was CIA. Tucker Carlson. Freemason. You know what they worship. Like these, like, who? Nick Fuentes. See, that's the thing with Nick Fuentes, though. I just feel like he the realest out of them all, even though he is a Fed, though. Like, he knows there's certain shit he can't say. Like, there's certain lines he can't cross. He knows that. I'm sure maybe if I get to a certain point, I probably won't be able to talk about certain things. So I'll be controlled just like Nick. You'll know I'm controlled if I ever tell you to vote for a politician. Okay? You'll know I took money. You'll know that I'm controlled, but I'll do my best. I'll do my best to show you subliminal. So remember, like, if I say certain shit, like, just, I'm gonna still try to like backdoor it, though. I'm gonna still try to backdoor the truth, which will probably get me X'd out. But fuck it, I don't give a fuck about this shit, bro. This shit's a trap, anyways. We're in a cycle, anyways. We got to come back to this shit and learn every lesson and do every life and struggle some lives and be and prevail and be successful some lives and learn certain things. And it's just it's a cycle, bro. We're in a trap. You can call it a trap. Some people don't think it's a trap. Some people, life is beautiful. Love is beautiful. You don't get to experience love and feelings and emotions in the next dimension. So, third dimension, it is beautiful, regardless of evil or beautiful. If you can look at it, that's some crazy shit I just said right there. But listen to what I'm saying. From a higher dimensional viewpoint, good and evil probably isn't the same within the fourth and within the fifth and within the sixth. So pretty much everything is beautiful within the sixth, from pain to suffering to winning to winning the lottery to being successful. It's all just emotions. Everything is beautiful. Everything's beautiful because you don't experience that when you die. You don't experience that when you move on before you review your life and all your past lives. You don't that's prior. That don't matter. And you're probably itching to come back. You're probably itching to come back to Earth. It's probably fun. Yeah, 4D, the next dimension, where we're at, in between that life, probably is blissful in itself. It probably is beautiful. It probably is a nice break, especially if you're having a lot of stress within the life you're in before you pass. It probably is like such a relief. Like, damn, like the weight off of you is gone. You blossom. You go to the Akashaic records. You review all your lives. You're like, shit, I was a soldier in a past life. I was an Indian. I was a starving kid in Africa 4 lives ago. Shit, this is crazy. What do I have next? Okay. This is what you have next. Boom, 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 boom. Whenever you decide and feel like you're ready, at your will. And you'll know before you go what your life will be like when you pass. But listen, there still is beauty within it. There still is beauty within it. Because you have your free will. You have your free will between that. So you can go and explore, and you can go and experience your life. Your death is written from when you start is written, and kind of your storyline is written, but just taking the roadmap from A all the way to there, because it's you can, that's where you can decide. That's your free will. That's the beauty of the third dimension. That's what you came to experience, all the ups and downs and all the in and outs and all the in betweens. Enjoy that. Enjoy your failures. Enjoy your successes. Just because they'll all be different. But we have free will. Don't get it twisted. But when you check out and that light switches, when you're laying on your deathbed, and it's only you, because you come into this world by yourself, and you leave by yourself. So when it's just you, you're laying in that deathbed, and you got machines hooked up to you, or you're just laying there and you're weak, and you don't feel good, and dying seems like the reasonable option. You feel like before you die, most of the time you're going to have this feeling to where death seems a better option. Let's just take an example. Let's just say you're getting eaten by a shark, or even less extreme. You fall into you're in a burning house, or you're super sick and you just feel terrible in this dimension, and you're feeling, damn, it probably would be better to just go on and pass. It probably would. So you accept it at that point. It's gonna be okay. It'll be okay when it gets to that point, when you do die. It'll be okay, because you're gonna be at a point where you have to accept it, because it'll be better than what you're in at that moment. And when you pass, they say you're gonna head to a light. You'll see a light. Some people tell you don't head to the light. I can't tell you what I'm going to do. I don't know what I'm going to do. But they say don't go to the light if you don't want to be reincarnated. That's the lore they tell you. And if you don't go to the light, that's when you become a ghost. That's when you stay third dimensional. That's when you roam the buildings that you were tortured in. Because a lot of times, the people that pass unexpectedly, or the people that die in a tragic way, they get trapped here because they don't care about the light. They care about their past life that got taken from them too early, and they don't want to leave, and they're emotionally stuck. And I'm sure there are people that will go and try to persuade them and tell them, listen, it's not that deep. Move on. Come review. See what you did in your past lives. And let's see what you might get in your next hand. Let's go. And some people don't want to hear that, and they get trapped, and they want to stay here because they're just so pissed at what happens, and that's what creates the spirits, the ghosts that you see. And ghosts are 100% real. You might as well click out of this shit and turn this shit off if you don't think ghosts are real. That's the most basic shit. Like, ghosts are real, spirits are real. And from what I've read and the information I've gathered from all the reading I've done, I do think that those are the ones that have avoided the light, that have dodged the light, you could say. For sure. For sure. So make sure you guys live this shit up, man. I don't know where I'm going with this. Just make sure you live this life up, especially if you're smart. If you're fucking smart, do not trip. You better lock the fuck in and do something that is just, you got to try to do something that's crazy. You got to. You got to. Because you don't know what happens after this. Okay, yeah, it might be a barbecue and ice cream sundae shop in heaven. I'm not saying there's not. I'm not going to be the guy to be like, no, there's none of that. But you have to keep in mind that also these other things that I'm talking about that make sense. Like reincarnation. There is proof of reincarnation. There's kids that have been like, hey, listen, I died in that field in 1845. My name was this, that, and the third. There are real documentation of kids before they gain full consciousness that remember their past lives. There are. So anything I believe in has some type of proof behind it. Do I think it's a trap? That's up for you to decide. Do you think this is a good place to be? My opinion, this is Satan's playground. That's just my opinion. I think this is a place where a lot of evil people operate and really don't see any negative to what they do. They get rewarded by the fourth dimensional evil demons and evil beings. There's good dimensional beings, there's bad dimensional beings. When they sacrifice the Baal, Baal, that's a fourth dimensional being. And they get rewarded within the third dimension. Anything that's higher than the dimension if you're to say you're in the sixth dimension looking at the fifth, you're in the seventh looking at the sixth, you're in the fourth looking at the third, that dimension above that dimension that's looking into has control over the lower dimension. Just like we have control over the second dimension. So when they sacrifice these kids and they do this evil shit, they get rewarded materialistically inside of this, in my opinion, hell trap dimension. This shit's a hell trap. And I think we're waiting on someone to break us out. That's my opinion. I don't know. Time is not relative. Who knows? I'm not saying it'll happen now. I'm not saying it'll happen within 2,000 years, but I think there is a force that needs to overcome and break us out of this reincarnation cycle. That's my opinion. Some people like to think that this cycle is for us to learn everything, and basically when we learn every little thing that it happens within earth and emotionally and love, and we die young, we die old, we're homeless one life, we're rich one life. Once we learn everything, we move on to the fourth dimension and we keep ascending within realms. That's what some people believe, but I think the elite, the powerful people that are placed in and basically make the decisions and everything. Those people are such they're in a transhumanism to a level that basically proves that God is benevolent, and that when we die we just check out like a mosquito or an ant. When you kill an ant, it checks out. That's what they think. That's why they're trying to figure out how to that's how they're trying to figure out how to make their consciousness transfer to other bodies. That's why Andrew Jackson looks like Jeffrey Epstein. You got other people that were in power and were popular 200 years ago that look identical to the people that are in power and that are in positions today. They look absolutely identical. Do they have a souls? I don't know. Because if they did transfer consciousness, that doesn't mean their soul is there. That's the thing that the aliens obsess with us about, is our soul. They believe we're containers. They believe we're containers of our soul. And that's why they study us, and that's why they're obsessed with us, because where they're at, they're more of like a biological, heavily man-made creation. Us is more like, it kind of don't make sense with how we operate. Because if it made sense, they wouldn't need to abduct us. They wouldn't need to like do what they've done and study what they've studied. And you know the elites know the truth about the afterlife. I don't care what you say about no one's been dead, no one's died and came back to life, so no one's seen the afterlife. The elites know what happens in their afterlife. There's companies now that can map out right when you die, that can that are focusing on mapping out what you see right when you die, because your brain stays active, I believe, for like 10-15 minutes. Even though your body and your lungs and your heart stops beating, everything else, you go cold, but your brain is still going. Before I go into this next part, the reason they know that is because back in the day they cut someone's head off. It was medieval times. They cut someone's head off, and before they cut his head off, the dude said, "Listen, I'm gonna do my best to basically give you guys a message that I'm still here, and let me know if you guys see me. I'm going to look around and show you that I'm still here." So his head gets chopped off in the guillotine. And his head's rolling around, and his eyes are moving back and forth, and he's blinking crazy. So he's still he's still conscious. So there are companies, AI companies, that are mapping out after you die and seeing what's going on, what's happening. And that's the thing. You got guys like Elon, Mark Zuckerberg, Peter Thiel. You got all these guys within the AI industry. You got Mark Zuckerberg marking out. This is what they're building right now. As I'm probably talking into this mic, there's a coder somewhere that's building out these virtual reality maps. So when you die, there will be an option that you can pay for, that your consciousness will be uploaded into another world. A fresh start, maybe you can say, or maybe, I'm sure it will give you all the knowledge that you had in your past life. That way you can remember, and you'll be like, shit, think about it. You're in your bed. You're already in contract with these guys. You die in your sleep. Boom. You wake up. You're at a 5-star hotel. You're at the top of you're wherever you paid for. Because listen, this is a virtual reality. You can pay whatever you want, or I mean, you could be wherever you want, whatever you sign up for. Whatever you want can be created. But that's why I'm trying to tell you guys that within this world, because this world is a virtual reality, you can also have whatever you want. It's the same thing. Whoever created us it's created in similar ways. But I think an actual God created us just by the complexity of everything that we have within this realm. But shit, that might be lit. You got Elon, you got Zuckerberg building the mapping. You got Elon with the my nose is stuff. Hold on. I might have to take a break for a second, bro. I've been rambling, bro. Is anyone even in here, bro? I gotta get to the shit, bro. I gotta get to the point, bro. It's 2 a.m. We haven't even gone to the diary, bro. I'm in here just yapping. Let me see if anyone said anything, bro. Say something right now, bro, if you want to say something, bro. I'm reading it right now. What do you think about Gary, the numbers guy? He's cool, bro. He taught me a lot. He got a lot of ego. I don't fuck with that shit. He's racist. See, the thing is, when I was young, bro, I didn't have a lot of friends. So, I mean, I had friends and shit. I wasn't like no weird ass dude. But it's like with the white kids, I don't know. I've always been different. Not necessarily just saying I'm ghetto or hood or any of that, but I just always been different. I didn't like fit into like the main like build a block average just NPC white kid, and they didn't really accept me because I was kind of different, and they always accepted me. So that's why, yeah. He said yapping but makes sense. Yes sir, yes sir. Let me get back into it, bro. I got to get into the Biden shit, bro. I don't even know how I'm going to edit this. This is about to be troll as fuck. I'm going to have to, because I got to edit this tonight. This is about to be fucking shit, bro. All right. Let me take one more piss. He said yapping but makes sense, bro. Hey, I'll take that. I'll take that. Did I even get did my post even go to Instagram? I don't even know how I got this live to even work. I'm not no big tech guy. What did I even post, bro? What did I even post on my Instagram story, bro? I got my whole room in this shit, bro. Yeah, that's deleted by the morning. That's definitely deleted by the AM. Oh my gosh, bro. Who's seen this? Thank God no one for real seen this. Oh, I'm getting fucking flame. Fuck it, bro. All right, let me take a piss real quick. We're getting into the diaries. Dead ass, bro. Dead ass. Imagine my mic hasn't worked for fucking 2.5 hours. I'd fucking quit YouTube and Instagram. I'll fucking quit this shit. Imagine. All right, no questions I see. No, I fuck with Gary though, bro. I ain't gonna shit on him. He's just racist and just retarded though at the same time. No, I fuck with Gary though. He taught me a lot of shit. I can't be no hater. I gotta give homage when it's due. All right, let's get into it. Deadass, lock in. Lock in. Let me pull this shit up. All right, Ashley Biden's diary. I think I got most of this on my phone. Um, in the emails, it was talking about how Hunter saved his dad's phone number as Pedo Peter. And Pedo Peter, he named him that because he knew of his dad's activities. And there was a diary that came out with Ashley Biden. Is it Ashley Biden? I don't know. It's his youngest daughter. Fuck, I forgot her name. Katie? I don't know. Regardless. She came out with a diary. And then within the diary, it said that Joe Biden used to take showers with her. And she felt that she became hypersexualized and that she can't really remember everything that happened because she was so young. But she felt like Joe did mess with her. And this messed her up. And she was talking about how she used to have sex with her friends at a younger age because of this. And this was all within the diary. And the diary the diary got leaked because she was at a house prior when she was going through a rough time. She was doing drugs. She was an addict. She checked into a rehab, and she didn't bring her diary, and she left it under her bed. When she got out of the rehab, she didn't move back into the place she was at before. She wanted a fresh start. And basically, she kind of, when she wanted the fresh start, she wanted to, I'm getting the vibe that she got rid of all her old things. She didn't really care about it. And this diary was left under her old bed. So she moves out and the next person moves in. And when the next person moves in, they go into the bed and they find this diary. This diary was in possession of someone that was, you could say, looking for some money or had some type of right-wing affiliation. Because this was a nicer place. You got to think about it. Most people that are about to move into a very nice house are probably going to be more, let's just be real here, are probably going to be more Republican than Democrat. Let's just flip a coin. You know, the percentages are more likely. Anyways, okay. This is what's crazy though. Donald Trump, and at his fundraiser meetings, when all the Republicans and the donors were meeting, the lady brought the book. Whoever she sold it to, or whoever. This book got passed around. Her diary got passed around at one of the Republican convention meetings, whatever you want to call them. I don't know. Whatever. But that shit got passed around, and they all seen it. But you got to think about it. Like, what does Trump say when he reads that? Okay, cool. Yeah, Trump read it, but Trump is still a weirdo. Like, he met Melania underage through Jeffrey Epstein. So, like, what does he even have to say? Like, you're weird as fuck too. And I'm sure all these people y'all are also weird. So, like, cool. What, you got dirt that you also do too? I don't know. That shit's true. So yeah, and then that diary ended up getting sold to Project Veritas. And then it got into the hands of a journalist, and then the FBI come and storm in and basically raid the house of the journalist that had this diary. But a lot of the diary already got out onto the internet. And like the part that I was telling you guys earlier about the shower, about how she used to take showers, that was within the diary. I didn't make that up. She talked about, this was the youngest daughter. She talked about how Joe used to be in there taking, just being weird, bro. Just being weird. What else do I got to say about it? Like, the man Joe Biden's a weirdo. And what's funny is Hunter Biden, what you see in the iCloud leak that just happened, Joe Biden's contact was saved as Pedo Peter. Pedo Peter is definitely, and I guess Peter was like a Russian spy or something. Like, he got the name, he got the inspiration. You could find the article on this. He got the inspiration of, like, it was a full name, Peter something. And then Hunter ended up just changing his name to Pedo Peter because he obviously knew about what Joe Biden was doing to his youngest daughter. So can you blame Hunter for even being fucked up? Not really. You can't. How could you? His dad's a weirdo. You're a product of your environment. That's the same reason whatever religion you've picked, if you're watching this, whatever religion you picked is because of the environment you're in. If you're born in a Middle Eastern country, you would worship Allah. If you were born in Israel, you would study the Talmud and call us all goys. And if you were a Christian, you would think Jesus was God. And Jesus was real. Don't take this wrong. So you're a product of your environment. Can you blame Hunter? Not necessarily, can you? I don't know. I think that's, I don't know. I know I got more pictures and shit of like the diary, but it's like, I showed you pictures of the iCloud. I don't need to show you guys pictures of the hookers and him doing the blow, right? Like, that's what they showed. Trying to see what else I got. Yeah. There's more to it. If you want to go and find, if you want the links to Biden's iCloud, hit me up. I'll send you it, but that's on you. You want to go and click that? Hey, that's on you. Don't blame me if the Galois are parking outside your shit. Don't blame me. Do not blame me when you start getting fucking stalked. See, the thing is, I don't give a fuck if I get stalked, bitch. Run up if you want. I'm gonna show you something. I'm gonna show you. All right, let's get into the next part. This is I think I kind of do have a little bit more dirt on the Minnesota fraud that's going on and how Tim Walz is just. So let's get into it. I need clips. I'm flagging. All right, here we go. This is important. I need to make sure I lock in. All right. Yeah, we got some shit for this Minnesota shit. If you made it this long, you got some goodies coming. You might have heard this by now, but you got something coming. All right. So Nick Shirley, the YouTuber who exposed the Somali fraud, he ended up pulling up to all of these daycares. And he was saying that none of these daycares were filled with any of the kids. There was no activity, no cars in the parking lot. And these facilities are getting a couple $1 million, multiple $1 million per year from our taxpayer dollars. So why are they getting a couple $1 million a year and they got no kids in there? That didn't make sense. And it's funny, that video that Nick Shirley went and pulled up on all these people, that shit hit 124 million views on Twitter. I mean, what is there in America? Like I said, 350 million. What's it up now? Maybe 380, 375. That's a lot of people. A lot. He probably made a bag off that too. You know, Twitter pays for views now. But let's see who this Nick Shirley guy is before we. I'm not calling the Minnesota fraud fake in any way. They 100% were funneling money to Somaliland on Israel's behalf. So no, I'm not saying they are innocent in any way. Don't misconstrue what I'm saying. But let's see who this Nick Shirley guy is. Because I'm like, damn, this might be a good guy, right? He seems good. So, little background check on Nick Shirley. Before we break down Tim Walz and how he changed the Minnesota flag to look like the Somalian flag and everything. Well, before we get into all that. So this guy, Nick Shirley, he was on Pat Betrick David. And he was basically saying how he's pure and unattainable. And he's unblackmailable. He's a good stand-up guy. He does nothing wrong. He won't ever sell out. He's a pure guy, right? Okay. Cool. But here's the thing. He made a post on March 14th after he went to the Israel and Gaza border. And in the post he put, this is what's so funny to me. Like, get the fuck out of here. Let me read this for you guys. This is what he said. I visited the Israel-Gaza border with the last mayor of Gaza. Full documentary on YouTube. He said, we stood where Hamas launched its attacks. We saw the destruction in the aftermath of October 7th, and the mayor breaks down the money trail to expose who profits from war and who is funding the war. This documentary breaks down how Hamas operates and funds itself, the brutal history of Israel and Gaza, what life was like before and after Hamas took over and Gaza, why Israel responded the way it did, the Iron Dome's failure and how Israel failed to defend themselves on October 7th, the Nova Music Festival massacre, what really happened. Okay. So wait. So you're telling me you went to the Israel and Gaza border. You seen the genocide that was happening. And You're telling me with your own eyes that's not genocide. Okay, cool. I might believe you. Hold on. I might believe you. Before we move on, I might believe you. That's a little bit of a weird answer. Maybe this guy's pure. Maybe he got the wrong people in his ear. Maybe he just doesn't know the truth about how Netanyahu let Hamas carry out these attacks and didn't take any action and basically let them kill the Israelis so they could go and keep destroying Hamas. Okay, maybe. You don't know. This is the part of the show right here. This says it all. This is the type of shit that pisses me off. So he was in the street outside of one of the daycares. And I believe a Somalian walks up to him. And I'm not defending any Somalians, but I'm just calling spade a spade. Somalian walks up to him. And he's asking Nick Shirley about, why don't you talk about the Epstein files? Nick Shirley says, oh, I have. He says, no. Well, has Trump been to the island? He says, no. Trump has never been to the island. I said, oh, yeah, okay, I'm done. I'm done watching this shit. I'm done. I don't give a fuck. Fuck Nick Shirley. This shit's over with, bro. Fuck this shit. So this is what this is. I'm not saying this isn't happening. But this is basically a plot to attack the left-wing side of the government, get some heat off all these false flags we've seen, all this heat on us about to go step on Venezuela, all this heat about the silver, about one of our top banks having to get bailed out by the Federal Reserve because they had a massive short on silver. Major bank. Some think it's JP Morgan. You could check Polymarket to which bank you think it is, and whatever the highest percentage is the most likely that bank is. But yeah, this Nick Shirley guy's a fraud too. This guy's a fucking fraud, bro. You say Trump never been to the island? Are you shitting me? Are you shitting me? And you're a journalist. Yeah, you got it. See, I'll start. Yeah, let me chill out. Because it's 2:30 in the morning. I'm not trying to wake the whole neighborhood up. So yeah. But there is a lot of left-wing fraud within this Minnesota within this funneling mechanism that's going on. I'm going to show you guys. And I seen something about how Mossad and Israel's trying to take, like, they're trying to claim they're trying to say they're the ones that, like, they're trying to say they're the ones that stopped the fraud or something like that. I don't know. You could look that up. They're trying to take, like, they're the ones that exposed that or some shit like that. Like, fuck out of here. Like, y'all are using that to funnel money to Somaliland to then build your own military base and to control that whole, because there's like some body of water that all boats have to pass through. They want to get set up in between. They got hella resources. Shit's funny, bro. Shit's a joke. It is honestly a joke. So yeah, suddenly no one's talking about the Epstein files and everyone's talking about the Somalis. The government knew exactly what it was doing, and exactly what was going on in Minnesota. Like you're seeing millions and millions and billions of dollars getting taken out of Minnesota. Come on. We know you know. Okay. Just some shit is just better to not be talked about. Okay? That's in their eyes. So there was a video of a guy. And during the video, they pull up to a place called the Sweet Angels Childcare. And this guy was watching the video, and he pulls it up off Google Maps. and when he pulls it up, there was a phone number. He clicks the phone number and he goes to call it. And this was all on video. And when he goes to call it, it rings twice, it rings 3 times. And then it gets sent directly to Tim Wall's office. You can hear it. I'll show the video probably within this clip or whenever. You don't have to believe me, I don't care. But anyways, yeah, so they're saying it went right to Tim Wall's office, one of the Somali daycares that they're funneling millions of dollars to per year. They're all in on it. They're all in on it. Hold on. Golly, bro. Hold on. And just today, there was a Somali daycare who claims someone broke in and stole their student enrollment documents. This happened today after all the fraud came out. And they're now showing where the burglar entered. And in the video, it literally shows the cutout of the wall was made from the person that was in the room. They didn't cut it out from like inside of the drywall like they snuck through or something. This was a fake breakthrough. So now all their student information and student records are gone. And now if they tried to bring it up in court or if they tried to bring this to the law, hold on, we filed a police report. Our place got broken into. We don't have any more of these documents. Now the court can't hold you accountable. So these are smart people at play. Very smart people at play. Let me move my phone. All right. Yeah, I do want to show you guys the video, but we're so deep in now. You guys probably aren't even looking at the screen now. You're just listening to me talk. So we'll just keep going. And this is where it's about to start getting a little bit crazier. This is what you probably haven't seen a lot of mainstream news talk about yet. Some might be scared to talk about. But there was a lady, a congresswoman, Melissa Hartman. Oh, that's with the O. Melissa Hartman was the only Democrat to vote against giving health care funds to illegal immigrants in Minnesota on June 10th, 2025. The only Democrat. And literally 4 days later, her and her husband were in her house. And a hitman pulls up. And this was on their Ring camera. He pulls up with a mask on. Gun. I'm pretty sure the gun had a suppressor. Knocks on the door. Murks both of them. Lays them both down. Both gone. Out of there. 4 days after they voted against it. She was the only Democrat. So it's almost like if you're in office, if you're a Democrat, you have to vote for your side. If you're a Republican, you have to vote for your side. If not, example, if not, you see it right there. Play that shit if you want to. Play with that fire if you want. Shit gets real. This shit is not a game. Let's keep going though, because I'm gonna get into the connection of the guy that killed them. Okay. So we know Tim Walz is the governor of Minnesota. He's got some type of he's got some type of connections to Somalia, to say the least. He made their flag look exactly like the Somalian flag. Okay, so he got some type of ties out there. Now, do I think money might be getting backdoored funneled to him? I don't know. Does he actually have a true love for Africa? Doubt it. So he's probably getting paid off. He's probably just a guy that likes money. That's most of these politicians anyway. They're guys that like money. Yeah. You can say you wouldn't do the same. You could say that. But think about the guy that's working minimum wage. He's making 15, 20 bucks an hour. Barely getting by. And you give him an opportunity to say, and you ask him a question like, "Hey, if you were in power, would you vote something through for a couple $1 million? You got a $3 million, you get $3 million in cash. You just push something through." It's like this type of money. This is different type of money we're talking about. So you can act like and whoever's watching this, you can act like you wouldn't take the money, but it's like you've never been in that situation where you had that duffel bag of cash. So you don't really see a lot of politicians that are in power that got there without that duffel bag of cash from whoever offered them before, because you're gonna have a lot of opportunities where that will arise, especially as a politician. And once you do it once, you're sold out anyways. You sold your soul after you did it one time. Some people think selling your soul is selling your soul to Satan. That's not the only way to sell your soul. Selling your soul is also when you're doing something against your beliefs for a payout, for third-dimensional materialistic gains. That is selling your soul. For going against what your subconscious and your main conscious believes, that's selling your soul. So, and people will sell their soul for a small amount of change. You'd be surprised. Especially people that are struggling, but can you blame them? They built the world around the fucking Satan bucks. That's all it is. It's Satan bucks. Money is Satan dollars. Satan bucks. Shit's true. Yeah, let's get into the person that gunned them down. So the person that gunned them down was Vance Bolter. Might have butchered his name, and he has connections to Tim Walz. He does. He was on the advisory board from 2019 to 2023, I believe. So he worked for Tim Walz. And they like to say, "Oh, it wasn't a paid position." Do you have access to his bank accounts? Do you have access to Vince's crypto ledger? Are you in Vince's safe where he keeps his hard minerals, where he may have gotten gold that's untraceable? So it's he might have been in an unpaid position, but he still worked for him. The man that went and murdered the people, the couple, worked for Tim Walz, the Minnesota governor. Shit true. I hate people, so I don't talk to people. I do have an image of let me see if I can find the image of he signed a contract with Tim Walz. Let me see if I can find it. There it is. Perfect. Here, I'll show you guys real quick. Boom. So he showed like this is pretty much like stamping he worked for them. Yeah, I got it right. 2019 to 2023. I got a little memory left. So Tim Walz, governor, notice of appointment. Vance Bolter, the man who smoked the two politicians for trying to end the funds to immigrants. And we know all the immigrants in Minnesota. There's only one type of immigrant. That's where they were sending them to. And in no way am I saying that they should struggle. That's not what I'm saying. Do I think Somalians should struggle? No, I'm not saying that. Do I think they should get money? Sure. Send the money. Let's end their poor. I don't want to see anyone poor. I don't want to see anyone skip a meal. So yeah, we got enough money in America. Send them some cheese. But when this is getting funneled to the politicians, and this is getting funneled to, and this is getting backdoored to fund the Israeli base that's getting built there, no, I'm not cool with that. I'm not cool with that. Now, yeah, it might trickle down within some of the poor communities. I'm sure some of the poor communities probably are eating off this a little bit, but not anywhere near worth the amount they've done embezzled. What, 17 billion worth, they said? 18 billion worth? I mean, they got homes. They were showing that there were homes that were set up as like nursing facilities, like long-term care facilities that had no one in them, like regular suburban homes that are getting millions of dollars a year from the government. So all this money is getting funneled, all of it, to Somaliland. What else we got? Okay, this is another thing I wanted to show you guys too with the killer. This is another connection. So Vince, the guy's, I can't believe he went and threw his life away for this. What would make him throw his life away for smoking the two Congress that voted against giving the money to what he believed in? I'm going to show you guys. Here's a screenshot. Right here. Haha. You got caught, pussy. I'll show you guys after. So, he was a doctor, by the way. The guy that went and smoked this. And this got scrubbed from the website. From the from this NGO's website in 2023. This is what it says. Dr. Vance Bolter, CEO of Red Lion Group. Dr. Vance Bolter, ED8. Holy shit. Let me restart that. Dr. Vance Bolter, EDD, is CEO of Red Lion Group based in the Democratic Republic of Congo. He's also CEO of Praetorian Guard Security Services based in Minnesota. Dr. Bolter majored in international relations for his undergraduate degree at St. Cloud University in Minnesota. He holds his Master of Science and Management degree and doctorate in leadership for the advancement of learning and service from Cardinal Stritch University in the Milwaukee, Wisconsin. So this website is basically, which is funny, they wrote an article, and that was the article that was written under the website Minnesota Africans United. Hold on. So these Democrats voted against giving funds to the immigrants in Minnesota. The main immigrants in Minnesota were Africans. And the website of the Minnesota Africans United, the MAU, wrote an article on the killer who wouldn't try to go and stop that. And I'll give you guys a description of the MAU. Keep spilling water. Shit. So, the MAU is a coalition and statewide organization for all African immigrant communities in Minnesota. MAU supports Minnesota's African immigrant community with representation from 55 African countries. We act as a connection for the network of African immigrants in Minnesota and for local African immigrant community organizations and small businesses. So that's the connection right there. Okay, we seen Vince tied into Tim Walz. Tim Walz is the shadow puppet for Israel. Israel is got control of Tim Walz and is puppeteering Tim Walz into funneling money to Somaliland to where they build their military base and control that's a big chunk of the country too. Somaliland is not little. That's basically Israel land. What it will be. And it's just people don't care, bro. I don't know. Just let them have it. I mean, who would stop them anyways? They're a powerhouse at this point. Who could stop them from that? They're a powerhouse. Let me pop this shit, bro. I need this for the final stretch. Ugh. So yeah, bro, that dude was he was on Tim Walz's team from 2023. I'm sure Tim Walz made the call. Listen, we got two representatives that are on our side that are trying to fuck up our money. That's going on within that we're trying to funnel to Somalia. Handle up. Do your thing. And probably threw his life away for that. I'm sure he might have kids or something. Maybe his kids are now set up forever because of that. You don't know. You don't know. You don't know what the deals are. You don't know what they offer. We don't know. We're not the hand selected. They don't give a fuck about us at all. Oh, let's see what we got. So, Somaliland agreed 3 conditions, okay? There was 3 conditions that Somaliland had to agree upon to be recognized by Israel. The first one is the resettlement of Palestinians in Somaliland. So they're destroying Gaza. They're about to own Gaza. Now they own Somaliland, right? So they destroyed the country they are in, and now they're sending those citizens to the country they control. Are we seeing that? Is that not like that's like taking the people who weren't in a cage, destroying the land, and then putting people inside of a cage you created, but a fake cage that they can't see because y'all own it. And basically Palestinians will not be any more of a threat, and then eventually Israel and the Palestinians will probably mate, and just eventually that race, that the Palestinians will just interbreed and then become, they'll get, that's basically their way of deletion. For sure. The second, that Somaliland had to agree that an Israeli military base on the Gulf of the Aden coast, right there within the waters, they get to see everything that comes by. Everything. This is a smart play by them. It is. I can't blame them. I can't blame them. They're on their shit. They're moving tough. I can't lie. They are moving tough. Try to stop them getting their way. You got something coming for you. The third, Somaliland's inclusion to the Abraham Accords. So I'm not going to sit here and act like I know what the Abraham Accords is, but that was the three things they must go by for them to be recognized. And Israel was the first country to recognize Somaliland. And if they recognize them, America recognizes them. And if America recognizes them, NATO recognizes them. So, yeah, that is new land. And that's a big chunk, too. I'll show you part of the map, clip-wise, for my clips, but not the live. I'm about done. Fuck this shit. I'm tired. I yap too much, bro, through this shit. It's fucking 3 a.m. I still gotta edit this. I'm clipped. I'm about to speed through the rest of this shit. Oh, I can't speed through one more. I can speed through. Let me. If anyone say something, if you want to say something, let me read the chat real quick, bro. I'm hungry as shit. 9 people in here. Yes, sir. Fuck with y'all, boys. You don't gotta say nothing. Just stay low key. Fuck it. This is late hours. This is scary hours. Let me speed run through the rest of this shit, anyways. I got a stomach ache. How long have I been live for? 3 hours. Oh my gosh. What the fuck? I'm gonna have no content to talk about for fucking months. No, I'm joking. I'm gonna go live again next week. Alright. Let's get back to it. Let's finish this shit. Enough yapping. Netanyahu announces Israel is awarding President Trump the Israel Prize. It is the country's highest cultural honor and has not been won by a non-Israeli since 1991. The last guy that won it was some like Indian, I don't know what he did, some type of physicist or something. But Trump's the first guy that's a non-Israeli. He's doing a lot for that country. More than enough, some would like to say. All right. Let's get a break on the Israel, all that. This is some Freemason shit right here. So the Metropolitan Police. Let me pull up this tweet real quick. The Metropolitan Police on their Twitter, they said, "We will robustly defend our decision to require officers and staff to declare if they are Freemasons. Our response to the decision by the Grand Lodge of England to seek an injunction blocking the implementation of the policy is below." And this is what they said. They said 2/3 of officers and staffs agreed that this policy is needed. We think the majority of the public would also agree. So Freemasonry is running massive, they're saying, within the government and the police over there. And they want to basically put a halt to it. Freemasons are run and are within all the judges, the cops, mostly like the people that are right before like the main stage. Everyone before. The Freemasons are a sub-branch of the Illuminati. It's like the school of the Illuminati. Only few are selected to join the Illuminati from the Freemasonry Club. Freemasons worship Lucifer, And you don't know that till you hit a higher degree. And basically the law of the Freemasonry, you can read Albert Pike, Morals and Dogma. You can even read, these guys worship Lucifer. They believe that he brought the light to the earth. He was the one that basically created free will. He was the one that didn't want to and wanted to experience the life and basically do what he wanted. That's what they believe. So I can get why they could get misled and fooled them to worshiping Baal and these evil deities and help feed Lucifer's hunger and spread his message. But the shit's still troll. Just like all religion. Jesus was real though, but religion is still troll. A satanic temple in Colombia with government officials held an event to award medals to high-ranking satanic worshipers. And there was a video of them walking through with all these people with blue hoods on. And some of these people like to think some of them were American politicians. And a certain politician even has a plaque for being in the satanic temple. And you'll see the name of Tim Walz. Tim Walz is recognized by the same people that just held this viral event. He has his own plaque. So, interesting. Interesting. The same guy that's funneling money over to Somaliland. But yeah, that's pretty much it. My stomach ache. My stomach hurts too bad to keep going. I don't know if I think my mouth is delayed with how I'm talking on the mic. Hopefully it's not. I'll fix it for the actual video. Everyone that's in here, I appreciate you guys. I'm about to just talk shit for the last probably 10, 15 minutes. You can get up out of here if you want. Ugh, my fucking stomach hurts. I drank too much, I think. But I'm about to get on some chill shit real quick. Some sports and shit. Just get up out of here if you don't fuck with sports and shit. But if you go to my older videos, you'll see that I was talking about how Florida is a snake state. It was found in a snake year. So there's snake energy. We were just in 2025. Well, we still are. We still are Year of the Snake until I think February 17th. Sometime in February. But there were the last team that won the college football championship was Florida State in 2014. That was the last Year of the Snake. And in the podcast, I was talking about how a Florida team is going to make it to the finals. They're going to make it to the end, and they're going to win it. Miami is the team that I was saying has the best chance of being the snake team. I don't think Florida State was the team this year. I called out Miami. Boom. They're headed to the finals. They upsetted the team they just played. Ohio is a pig state. They got knocked out by Indiana badly. So it doesn't weigh. It's not necessarily super heavy. Like it doesn't weigh certain things weigh more. So if Ohio wasn't at home, that pig energy wouldn't affect them as much. So you got Miami in the bowl. I got Miami to win it all. You seen my prediction on Terrence Crawford win. There was probably like 20,000 worth of money from like people, from myself and people that I know that bet their cheese on Terrence. Terrence was a plus 145 underdog. You can act like now that he was the favorite and he's the better fighter. Sure, yeah, it's easy to say after he beat Canelo, but if you go to my older videos on TikTok and you scroll all the way down when I was talking about that fight, you'll see all the people roasting me in the comments about why I took Terrence. Miami got the bowl. I seen a NFL script that got leaked. They're saying Carolina is making the Super Bowl. Carolina Panthers. I don't know. They got to beat the Bucs, and another team has to lose. But I told you guys, Baker Mayfield, 1995. He's a pig. He shit the bed this year. If you watch my very first video I've ever posted, I talked about how Baker Mayfield was going to shit the bed, take his passing yards under, take their total team wins under. Both of those hit. That was plus money. Patrick Mahomes tore his ACL, 1995. Year of the pig. He'll come back next year, kill it. Just like Tom Brady, he was 29 years old. He tore his ACL, came back when he was in that next year, and won a chip right after his enemy year. So, like I said, it's a game of runs. Everyone has their year to win. Everyone has their year to lose. So, it's just fair game, bro. That's how they make it fair. That's not everyone can win and not everyone can lose. There has to be cycles. There has to be runs. So, if you want that book, DM me on Instagram probably. If you want that book, I can send you the link to it. You should read it. It's only 250 pages. There's no ego. There's none of this shit in the book. It's written by a woman that knows what she's talking about. So lock in. Numbers are everything. Numbers are God's language. Numbers are how God measured and created everything. When you create something, there has to be a measurement behind it. I'm not an atheist. I do believe we are in front of, this is a creationist project, you could say the least. But I got snot. Yeah, I blow my nose on my shirt. I don't care. It's 3 a.m. I'm sauced, buzzball. I think that's about it, man. If you got any questions, ask me anything before I get off. I've been on for 3 hours. I don't know if I got into if y'all got a lot of ball knowledge from this. He says, Shmurda, what's up? Swervo, that's, yes, sir. Hawkin, what's good, my boy? What's cracking? Before I get off this bitch, you better say something before I click off this shit. Hey, any second I'm clicking end stream. I got to edit this shit. Hopefully I can get like 3 clips from this. Carolina winning the Super Bowl. Listen, bro, I don't know. They got to beat the Bucs this week. I like them to beat the Bucs. Take the Bucs, bro. I'm going to bet the Bucs. I'm not going to bet crazy money. I'm not going to bet hundreds and thousands of dollars on the Bucs. I'll bet hundreds, but not hundreds of thousands. I'll bet high hundreds, probably 300-400 on the Carolina beating the Bucs. Bryce Young is a snake, born 2001, year of the snake, so we'll see. And the colors, they every year they drop the colors of like where the Super Bowl is being played at and who's in it. And their colors do have Carolina in it. And there was a guy that tweeted, I don't know if this is fake, but he tweeted he only tweeted this. He tweeted the Super Bowl script of how every touchdown happened on Twitter. And this was his only post, and his account was like, NFL is a script. And it was literally how they scored every play. And this guy said Carolina and whatever. And it kind of aligns. You got Bryce Young. So we'll see. I think they beat the Bucs. And if they beat the Bucs, they probably make the playoffs. And if they make the playoffs, what if they go and upset some shit and they make it to the Super Bowl, bro? That would be the most craziest shit, bro. This shit's a script. NFL's a script. There are magnets in the balls. There's a reason you can't walk out of the NFL stadium with a football. There's ball boys that are right around the sideline that walk right in between. And they have replica balls that they're ready to give to you. So, like, say a field goal happens, there's a net behind the field goal. Like, the NFL is $1 billion business. Why wouldn't they just let the field goals go through the crowd and let these people go home with the balls? I feel like that'd be a good way. No, you know why? Because there's technology within these footballs that these people can't go home with. If they go home with it and they cut that football open, they'll see there's magnets on both ends of the football, all types of shit. And within the goalpost, I'm not saying they rig catches and how they catch the ball or like necessarily the weird shit, but I know there's magnets within the goalpost that they can sway field goals, especially if they're close. And the ball boys will go up and hand you a football. You can't leave without a stadium without a ball. Go ahead and try. You'll get a replica ball. They'll say, "Here, give me that ball. Here, let me give you a practice ball." So, no, I know Panthers are ass, but Happy New Year, bingo. He gave up Terrence Crawford weeks before. Nobody believed in Terrence Crawford. Destroyed. Now facts. Plus 140. I don't really have time to get into like all the new like who's playing and like metaphysical edges, because that's what it is. Like from where they play at, that state they play in to when that state was founded, you get that energy. Then you get the stadium to when it's founded. Then you get the game manager from the quarterback to the pitcher. You get their birthday and their energy, and then you line it all up and you add it all up, and then you get a weight. And if it weighs a certain way, heavy to one side, you take that side. And the more it weighs, the more likely that the fluke shit happens with who you take that game. That's quant for you. That's quant. Panthers are ass, though. Bryce Young's a fucking midget. No way they win. But that's just what I seen. That'll be crazy, though. Keep an eye out on that. I bet they beat Baker, though. No, they are ass. Their quarterback is a midget. Their quarterback is a fucking midget. But he's a snake. You got that snake energy. That shit's about to end, though. But that's about it, man. How long we went live for? 3:16. I appreciate everyone being in here. If you watch this shit, if you stayed through this shit, I hope y'all learned a little something. Maybe Hunter Biden's a crazy ass dude. If you got time, go watch that Sean Ryan show and see how he just went on there and just acted like he's just a good guy. That's the only reason why I went on here and even just showed this. I was like, wait a second. This guy's whole iCloud got leaked with crazy ass shit, and I couldn't even show you guys everything within the iCloud. But fuck it. If you guys did watch the whole thing, hit me up, man. Let's do it. There's that one YouTuber that uses gematria and shit for making sports bets. I don't know, bro. They do gematria and shit, but they always do it after the event happens. Like after the sporting event happens, they show you, oh, it was this day, this day. Show me before. Show me you use it before, then show me you drop your nuts and bet all this money on it before it happens. Then maybe we can talk. But before that, no. You show me you use gematria before, then we got some shit going on. Gematria is like satanistic shit, though. I know it's letterology. It's just letters that you add up into numbers and it equals certain things, and numbers are energy, but evil people use that shit, so be careful. Be careful. Bob can count, man. You know what's going on. Hope y'all enjoyed this shit. Maybe I can figure out how to make this shit less laggy, but let's do it, man.